This broadcast is brought to you by Hometown News Group and the Herald Independent, a production of Monona Community Media, a partnership between the Monona Grove School District and the City of Monona. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by going on to youtube.com, searching Monona Community Media, selecting our channel, and clicking subscribe. And listen to us on the radio at 98.7 WVMO, the voice of Monona. Online at mymonona.com.
We about to turn it on.
The boys are coming together, and it's looking good right now. We just got to keep on being on the same page and rising together.
We about to turn it on, 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 turn it on. We about to turn it on, go, 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 go. We about to turn it on. Turn it on.
From Monona Grove High School, this is Silver Eagle Football. I'm Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmuck. And tonight, the home opener for the Silver Eagles as they take on the Oregon Panthers. Monona Grove comes into tonight's game a 2-0 record, having previously defeated first the Baraboo Thunderbirds and then the Portage Warriors. Alongside me, the old lineman Bob Schmuck. Bob, how do you sum up tonight's matchup against the Panthers?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a much stiffer test than the Silver Eagles have faced the last couple of weeks. Baraboo, as we know, didn't bring much to the table. Steve, you and I did that game. Neither one of us were able to do the Portage game. From what I read, though, there wasn't a whole lot of competition there, 49-0 at halftime. So Oregon, on the other hand, they're 1-1. They beat a decent DeForest team the first week of the year, 17-7, and then last week in a shootout, they lost to Mount Horeb at 41-30 in Mount Horeb.
Last year when these two teams hooked up, Oregon jumped out to a 13-7 lead, and it looked like they were going to make a game of it against the Silver Eagles. And then from that point on, it was all MG as they scored 35 unanswered points. Tonight, I think we're going to see MG have to go a little deeper than they've gone so far. I mean, they played a lot of kids in the blowouts, but I think they're going to have to play more players just because they're going to get worn out against a pretty tough and talented Oregon team. They've got a couple of decent running backs, I hear.
Well, they do, but Monona Grove's got to worry about their defense, and after a decent defensive effort their first week, the Panthers just got lit up last week. 626 yards of total offense for Mount Horeb. Over 300 yards rushing, almost 300 yards passing. 41 points, I don't know. The jury is out on this defense. And Monona, with their coaching staff and their offense, the way they run their offense, they're going to score some points. And it's up to the Panthers to see if they can at least keep the lid on and give a chance to those two talented running backs that you tried to throw to me, and I'm going to throw back to you.
Keon Zudi and Dom DiMaggio, the two running backs. They've actually both got more yards than the Silver Eagle leading rusher, Jalen Ostrowski.
Dom.
What did I say?
Dom.
Dom.
Not Vince.
Dudley
not Joe.
DiMaggio.
It's actually Dylan DiMaggio.
Dylan DiMaggio. Dom. I'm an old California Seals fan. Anyways, that's why you were giving me a look. Jalen Ostrowski last week had a statistically interesting game. Touched the ball 8 times and scored 4 touchdowns. Along with him running the ball and Sam Hepp being the long ball threat, the Silver Eagles can do an awful lot on offense. They're picking up pretty much where last year's team left off. Last year, the team averaged almost 45 a game. We're over 40 a game this year.
Yeah, you remember last year, Steve, Monona played the same 3 teams in succession last year and scored 49 points in each game against them. This year, 39, 49, and let's see what they're going to put up against Oregon. In fact, they've played these same 3 teams in succession to open the season 4 times since 2011. Just that kind of stuck out at me when I was doing my research. I thought, well, that's strange that they would schedule them exactly the same like that. The good news is that all 4 years, Monona Grove has won those 3 games handily, and hopefully that'll continue tonight.
Last year, Jackson Thompson led the way with 4 touchdowns. He ran for 274 yards. Thompson has taken his talents elsewhere. We're not sure if he's playing in college, but we did learn the location of a couple former MG stars, including quarterback Alec Ogden, who's on the roster at Bemidji State.
Of all places for Alec to end up, I didn't see Bemidji State being one of them, but I'm glad he's playing football somewhere. He had a lot of talent and just rewrote the record book here at Monona Grove High School.
Other games going on in the Badger South Conference tonight. Stoughton is at Edgewood. That could be a pretty decent game. Edgewood's not off to a bad start. Watertown at Fort Atkinson. I wouldn't want to watch that at all. And Milton at Monroe, another one that I don't know. After the top couple teams in the Badger Conference, it drops off pretty quickly, I have to say.
And I think we're going to get a real feel for how the rest of the season's going to go here tonight. If Monona Grove is able to control the line of scrimmage, put the points up on the board, and get a good win here tonight, I don't see any other team in the conference besting them the rest of the year. I've seen Stoughton was, of course, picked to finish among the top three by the writers at the State Journal, right? And
something's going on.
Yeah, we're getting
Echo.
Sorry, folks. We're getting some echo in our headphones here. But anyway, by the Wisconsin State Journal. But they just got past a not very good Baraboo team last week. In fact, Baraboo had a 14-0 lead at one point in that game. Stoughton got it together and was able to come away with a 28-14 victory. So I'm not convinced that Stoughton, who had some major losses to graduation, are the same team they were last year.
One of the things that I like to see, Bob, is improvement from week to week, and we saw a couple areas that needed it in that opener against Baraboo. Most primarily, the Silver Eagles having 14 penalties, and a lot of those just silly ones. They cut that down to just 3 the following week. And then also, they're even when it came to turnovers, they were +2 against Portage then.
I remember after the Baraboo game, we talked to Coach Mark Rundle briefly, and he assured us that they would be addressing especially all those false start penalties they had against Baraboo. Of the 14 penalties, I believe 8 of them were false start penalties.
At least. It seemed like it was every other play for a while there. It was a little frustrating.
Slow-moving first half because of all the penalties, that's for sure.
Well, it's parents' night, so if you saw the parents on your screen, they're all wandering off as we'll soon have players back out. We still have 9.5 minutes to fill.
That's all right. Leading the way for Monona Grove, their 2-0 start. Their new quarterback, Jordan Bishop. Jordan is 18 for 31 this year. His completions at a 58% clip. He's thrown for 409 yards and 5 touchdowns against no picks. Now, I got to tell you, that's Ogden-esque numbers.
Absolutely. He's also run the ball extremely well, too.
Yes, 14 carries, 72 yards. Has yet to score a touchdown on the ground. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see that change tonight. Leading the way in rushing this year so far for Monona Grove is Jalen Ostrowski, a player that we didn't see as their main tailback this year.
No, he was primarily a defensive back last year.
He was a all-conference cornerback last year, and when he was playing offense, he played on the outside as a wide receiver. So it was a surprise to us at Baraboo to see Jalen at the tailback position, but he's manned it quite well. 23 carries, 185 yards, and 4 touchdowns, and he's caught a couple of touchdown passes, including that really outstanding screen pass that he turned into a long touchdown.
Was that 63 yards or something?
Yeah, it was 60-plus yards, and it was when they needed it with less than 2 minutes to go in the first half, and only up 6-0 at the time.
Of course, to be fair, that was extremely well executed. He had a corridor down the left side of the field.
No, fair or not, I mean, he did a great job, and yes, it was a very well executed play, and it was just the right call at the time, that's for sure. They really caught Baraboo going upfield, their defenders going upfield, and threw that little pass over the top of him, and Ostrowski turned it into a long touchdown pass and a 13-0 lead. And then shortly thereafter, for some reason, Baraboo decided to throw a pass after we thought they were going to run out the clock in the first half, and on the last play of the first half, they decided to go for a pass, and the quarterback for Baraboo, Brock Turkington, tried to force one in. It was tipped and taken by Ethan Boehner and returned for a touchdown instead of a 13-0 lead. It was a 19-0 lead at halftime, and that really sealed the deal for Monona and sealed the doom of the T-Birds.
One thing that I find interesting is the Silver Eagles haven't given up a point in the first half yet against either of those two opponents. We may see a change to that tonight, but it signifies a strong defense coming out to start a game by shutting the door that early on. A couple of players have really stood out on defense so far. You mentioned Ethan Biener returning that pass for a touchdown. Who else? Was that Campui that got the other?
No, it was Santiago. T. Santiago.
T. Santiago took that one in.
Yeah.
Trenton Herber, no surprise, is leading the team in tackles with 23. And Sam Gronsky's got 4 TFLs already.
2 sacks. So, and along with 13 tackles. And Brady Killerlane, the junior, has 13 tackles so far this year. And one of our favorites, Benny Fluke, number 4 in the list, tackles with 11.
One thing, Bob, we've neglected to mention yet tonight, Dave Kersner back in the saddle. He's down sitting right beneath us. He brought us some cookies, and we're happy to have Dave healthy enough to come to the game and support MG football.
Yep, it's great to see him back out here again. He's obviously not going to be making the trips to the road games like he used to, but hopefully he'll be out here for every single home game. It's good to see him. Always nice to chat with him before the game.
Yep. Did you get a chance to go down and talk to Dave at all?
I have not yet.
Oh, I got him before the game, and
Yep.
he's happy to be here. He's a good guy.
So, Oregon brings in a pretty good rushing game into tonight's tilt. Both their running backs, Keon Zudi and Dylan DiMaggio, have run for over 200 yards on the season. They both scored a touchdown. They're averaging 291 yards on the ground in their first 2 games. Pretty impressive numbers. Nolan Look, their starting quarterback, has thrown for 246 yards on 18 for 34 passing, almost identical to Jordan Bishop's numbers so far this year. Only 2 touchdown passes though for Nolan Look. The running game is going to be pretty huge tonight for Monona Grove's defense. They're going to have to do their best to put the screws to those 2 runners. When you have a double threat like Oregon's got, it changes the defense considerably, and more players are going to have to do things on their own as opposed to doing them as a group, because you're going to be able to do a lot of misdirection with 2 excellent running backs like Oregon's got. But Monona, they've only given up 125 yards a game rushing this year, and passing, that's really been
They've
where
really
it's at.
shut down the passing attack of
Only
other
given
teams.
up 12 yards a game, and in fact, against Portage, they did not give up a single passing yard.
I think Portage only attempted 1 pass. But still,
Kind of denigrated it with that stat. I think I would have
Sorry.
just kept that one to myself.
all right, I'll do my best. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They do have some returning linemen from last year's squad. Colton Rich, Matthew Rush, Brandon Schultz, all starters on last year's Panther team. Much like the Silver Eagles, who returned 4 offensive linemen. Explains why the rushing game is so great. That Zudi sounds like he's a pretty fast kid. I'm interested to see DiMaggio as well.
Well, both of them, neither one of them are tall. One's 5'10", one's 5'11", and neither one of them very heavy. DiMaggio, the heavyweight, at 195, Zudi at 185. These numbers are usually inflated for the program, so they're probably actually smaller than that. But as we know in high school football, you can make up for a lot of shortcomings with speed. And it sounds like Oregon's got some pretty fast guys this year. And we haven't even talked about their defense yet.
I was just going to mention John Kluss.
Yep.
John Kluss, all-conference linebacker for him last year. He's listed at 6 foot tall, 235 pounds. Last year had 162 tackles, 12 TFLs. Those are some pretty impressive stats.
Well, allegedly he had 23 tackles last year in the game against Monona Grove. And he comes in this year, I believe, with over 40 tackles in his first 2 games. So very impressive numbers for John Kluss.
We'll see how Benny Fluke handles him.
That's right.
My money's on Benny.
We'll see who comes away with more tackles tonight. In the last game, last year's game against Monona Grove, the quarterback Nolan Look didn't get much of a look. He only threw 6 passes last year and completed 1 for 12 yards. Zudi and DiMaggio weren't factors either. They had Cardell Williams last year, who was an all-conference running back, and so Zudi and DiMaggio were second teamers. But Zudi ran for 58 yards on only 5 carries, scored a touchdown, and DiMaggio ran for 90 yards on only 7 carries.
Yes. Okay. All right, we've just been notified we may have a special guest with us up in the booth later on. We won't reveal his identity just yet, but we're hoping to get some people up here for special interviews throughout the course of the season. We'll also try to continue to bring you road games as we did last year. Silver Eagles being the benefits of Monona Community Media, bringing you both television and radio. TV when we're here at home and radio on the road. Next week's game against the Edgewood Crusaders, tentatively scheduled for Bree Stevens Field. We'll see if it actually works out that way or if the floodwaters that they're calling for are going to push us to another location on a different night perhaps.
Well, I rode my bike over to Tenney Park the other day, and it's a mess, and it's going to take a while for that that sogginess to dry out. But the big problem with Bree Stevens is there's not very much parking anyway, and with East Johnson Street closed down and East Main closed in parts of it, they're not allowing parking on Williamson Street or on parts of East Washington Avenue. I'm not sure where people could put their cars to go to the game. So it would not surprise me to see that game move to either here at Monona Grove or to stadium out at Middleton, and maybe even have to change nights. If Middleton's got a home game, they might have to play the Monona Grove Edgewood game on Thursday night. But that we'll wait and see how the weekend goes, see how much rain we get this weekend. They are calling for a fair amount again, so we'll see.
I just realized that's the first full weekend in September. I'm supposed to be up in the Dells at a conference on Thursday night. Let's hope for a Saturday game.
Well, maybe you'll just have to come back for the game.
Yeah, I could do that.
You could do it. It's not that far away.
No, it's just inconvenient. But anyways, my problems aside.
Otherwise, I'll have to call John Fowler.
Oh, Fowler. What does he know about football? All right. Well, the Silver Eagles deep threat Sam Hepp picking up where he left off last year, averaging almost 34 yards a catch. Sam's had a couple of long touchdown passes. He's a threat that is going to be a problem for teams throughout the course of the season, as not many guys can match up with a 6'7" receiver like Sam with his leaping ability. Hey, and look at this, Bob. We're going to do the national anthem soon.
Well, good. Anytime real soon? Like, as in we need to stop talking, or what are we?
We should stop talking. The players are all lined up.
Right.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment here after the national anthem.
Rise, remove your hat and face the flag, being raised by Boy Scout Troop 145 for the national anthem, performed tonight by Miss Isabel Wallerman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The first home game of the 2018 season. The Silver Eagles undefeated against the 1-1 Oregon Panthers.
Well, Brandon Beckwith starts his fourth season as at the helm of the Silver Eagles this year. He's got a lifetime record of 33-6, 17-2 in conference. Currently, the conference win streak for Monona Grove is 11 games. That's off a little bit off their all-time best of 38 between 2008 and 14, but who knows? Maybe they'll get another one going tonight.
Why not? Let's get one going right now, right away.
Yeah,
Silver
Oregon's going to have their problems. Visiting teams here at Monona Grove the last 10 years have only won 5 games, while Monona Grove's turned them away 56 times. So
it's almost as bad as playing in Wanakee.
yeah, exactly. So decided home field advantage for Monona Grove tonight. Hopefully they can make it hurt against Oregon.
All right, Monona Grove will kick off to begin the game. If I'm not mistaken, doing the kicking honors will be freshman Oscar Houston. We saw Oscar some against Baraboo. Didn't realize he was number 99 as he wasn't on the roster, but he is listed tonight.
And you are correct, sir. It is Oliver Houston, a freshman who's got a big leg. Looking for big things from him the next few years here at Monona.
Zudi and Jensen back deep for the Panthers. Zudi nearest to us. Oscar's lined it up, the big O. We're ready to go. Teams have teed it up, they're ready to go, they're lined up. Oscar's just need to run forward and put his foot into the ball. And this is Jensen, will have a chance at the 15-yard line, across the 20, 25, close to the 30, still on his feet, pushing, and just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Silver Eagle defense taking a turn as the Panthers offense will trot out onto the field. Quarterback Nolan Look. Nolan Look, was it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oregon from their own 30.
Zudi is number 8. DiMaggio, where did he go? I lost his number already.
Number 5.
Number 5. Man in motion. Handoff. No, pass. Boy, I can't see. They're going deep on the first play and off the hands of number 24, Jack Hoffley.
Wow, what a break, because he separated himself from number 11, Isaac Stinson. Stinson actually was toe-to-toe with him most of the way down. Stinson fell kind of deep in the route, and Hoffley, fortunately, could not bring that one in, and that could have been 6 points right away.
Well, not the best start for the Silver Eagles, but it could have been a heck of a lot worse. That was something we had talked about before the game, how sound their defense was. Now Zudi and DiMaggio both in the backfield behind Look as he looks under center. Zudi left side. Stopped after short pickup.
Like number 7, Ethan Boehner in on the tackle.
Boehner's having an outstanding season on defense already. Not only that touchdown return of an interception, he's one of the team leaders in tackles. Panthers up to the line again. In a few minutes, we'll introduce our special guest up in the booth here. Looking over things. He's kind of a shorter quarterback. He'll drop straight back in a whistle, stopping play.
It's either a delay a game or a false start. False start.
That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Panthers. Bob, on the changeover, can I ask you to give up your headset for a minute or two?
But of course, monsieur.
Thank you. We've got a distinguished guest here, someone very important in the history of Monona radio.
That's for sure.
3rd and 13 for the Panthers. Look under center. Dropping straight back. Comes out to the right side, incomplete. The defender fell down. They were looking for Hafley, but the ball well underthrown. That'll bring up 4th and a punting opportunity.
Isaac Stinson on the coverage again, and once again, pretty good coverage, although he did lose his feet again as the receiver made his break toward the sideline.
The field looks in pretty good shape despite all of the rain.
It's a pretty nice night for football, although it is a little warm. I'm sure I would not be a bit surprised to see the players having some cramping problems as the game wears on. A little bit of humidity. Temperature's got to be close to 80.
All right, Spalding deep for the Silver Eagles to return the punt. Kluss doing the kicking for the Panthers. Kluss, a solidly built linebacker. Nice kick, turns it over. It'll bounce near the 35-yard line, and the Panthers will let it roll to a stop near the 20 where the Silver Eagles will take over 1st and 10. Well, Bob, thank you for passing this over. I'm very honored to have the father of Monona Radio with me, Lindsey Wood Davis. Lindsey, your last day of work today. How did it feel turning the keys over to Will?
Well, it feels great. First of all, I know that the greatest days at WVMO are ahead of it. But I'll tell you, standing here, you can't imagine how good I feel, because one of the very first things we said 11 years ago was, when we get our radio station, it'll be Friday Night Lights on the radio.
That's right. I remember you telling me that the first time.
Here from the first meeting, which was literally 11 years ago.
Wow.
So here we are. You do your play-by-play. I'll just enjoy it. But what an honor it's been to be involved with WVMO.
Bishop gives it to Ostrowski off the left side. Jalen with some running room across the 40-yard line and a first down on the very first play of the game for MG. What was that, a 21-yard pickup?
I'll call it that.
Okay. I forgot I'm so used to Bob throwing his 2
Bob
cents
needs
worth
his
in.
headset back.
Yeah.
Anyway, to everybody listening in, what an honor it's been to be involved with VMO and to watch the Silver Eagles.
Thanks, Lindsey.
Thanks, Lindsey.
Is it true you hung around with Marconi?
My father's borough.
Oh, really? That's funny. You were meant to be there, yep.
Yeah, I remember when we first met Lindsey too. When WVMO first started, he told us, and he said, "Yeah, you guys are the voice of Monona Grove football. We are going to build this around you." And I just, we just laughed, But he did.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we went from a couple of dopes with a microphone to worldwide celebrities now. I mean, we're global, Bob.
Must have stepped out of bounds, but that was a nice carry there by Ethan Boehner,
Ethan
number
Boehner.
7. Took it around the right side, got another first down.
Yes, our range is extended from just outside of Monona to the whole world.
Well, we know there's at least one listener in the southwest corner of Ireland, right?
Oh, really?
Hi to Bob Miller.
That's right, the mayor. 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Swings the pass out to the right side. I think this is Spalding with the catch. Close to the first down. Now he's pushed back. All right,
Well,
thanks for
thanks
stopping
for
up,
listening.
Lindsey.
Stop,
Thank you
Lindsey.
for all you did for Monona Radio.
Indeed.
I
We appreciate it.
But I appreciate the fact that we have Silver Eagle football game on every single weekend.
That's
of the
right.
season, and it's just great.
Yep, thank you, Lindsey. I appreciate it. Appreciate you keeping
Thanks
us
a
on.
lot. Pick up a 6. The pass to Hep, apparently. Jordan Bishop out of the shotgun. Swings it out to the right side again. This is Spalding, and Spalding short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Silver
Actually, that
Eagles.
was Dante Conley.
Okay.
Number 45. That made that catch. Very short gain on the play.
3rd and about 1.5 yards. Bishop, give to Ostrowski, has the first down and some more. Still pushing and on his feet and down inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, I like the way the offensive line looks. Strowski had a very nice hole to run through to get to that second level before he had to start juking and trying to leave these defenders in his wake. A nice pickup.
First down just inside the 20. Everybody up to the line in a hurry. Bishop calling the signals. Give it to Ostrowski again. Left side into the line and got a few yards on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and about 8 yards. Silver Eagles just matriculating the ball down the field.
Yeah, I think they're doing what they should be doing against these guys, establishing a running game, getting their defense back on their heels. The defense, like I said, for Oregon, gave up over 600 yards of offense last week.
Bishop keeping it himself, rolling to the right side. Cuts back inside, stiff arms a player, and gets close to the first down. Gets close to the goal line, I think. No, not as close to the goal line as it appeared through my field glasses.
No. In fact, there was no gain on the play.
He made a nice move to cut back.
Yeah.
Stiff-armed the guy and planted that foot. But
Yeah, it could have been a loss, so he did make
All right.
something out of nothing, literally. on
3rd
that
and
one.
about 4 yards. Throw to the left side. This is Spalding. He'll cut down the sideline inside the 10, the 5,
gonna score.
touchdown, P.J. Spalding.
But there's a flag down, Steve. Let's see what the call is going to be, if they're going to get a block in the back.
P.J.
here.
threw his arms up like there was a penalty.
There is a penalty. I think it might be going against Monona. There's a nice move by Spalding there. Peyton Spalding made the catch, got one block, and then had to fight his way through other tackles. Yep, illegal block in the back.
So that'll bring it back from the score back to make it 3rd and about 8 or 9.
Remember, against Baraboo, we saw Jordan Bishop lose a touchdown as he fumbled going across the line. So a couple of touchdown opportunities missed so far this year. Fortunately, so far they haven't hurt.
7:37 to play in the first quarter. A scoreless game so far, but the Silver Eagles threatening. Now Spalding will go out to the right side. McCauley, the wing, on the left. Ostrowski, the running back, alongside Bishop. Bishop changing the play now. We've got Hep split out far to the right side, and 16 Cameron Reuter split out far to the left. There's the snap to Bishop. Throws over the middle, a dangerous pass, but caught.
A little bubble screen to Peyton Spalding on that one. I don't know that they got enough for the first down, but they sure got enough to get it within shouting distance for 4th down. Gain of about 7 on that play to Spalding.
4th and 2, the ball on about the 12-yard line, I think. Yeah, and they're going to go for it. Ostrowski in the backfield. He gets the carry. No, it's Bishop on the keeper.
It's going to be close.
And he's got,
see where they
it
mark
appears like he got enough. We'll see, like you said, where they mark his knee down.
I think that looks good. I think he's got the first down.
1st and goal for the Silver Eagles. Well, the Silver Eagle offense looking pretty good so far. First and goal from the 8-yard line. Bishop will give it to Ostrowski. Big hole up the middle.
Touchdown, that's got to be. Yep, there it is. There's the signal. Yep.
Ostrowski from 8 yards for his first score of the night. I say first score because I got big things planned for Jalen.
Well, 5th touchdown of the year. Actually, 5th touchdown rushing of the year. He's got a couple on passes as well.
Carter Tomczyk in to attempt the extra point. Snap, the hold, the kick is good.
Yeah. Carter struggled big time taking extra points against Baraboo, but they obviously righted whatever the issue was. He made all 7 last week and then has 1 so far tonight.
Well, with 6:50 to play in the first quarter, the Silver Eagles out to the 7-0 lead. Bob, that was a pretty promising start on both sides, offense and defense.
Nice looking drive, I got to say. The defense got a break when Houghly could not come up with the long pass on first down, but then they played solid after that. The offense looked very good. A nice job of mixing runs and passes. I have him for 7 runs and 3 passes on that drive.
And he completed all 3 passes?
He did.
Yeah, Bishop's looking pretty sharp. I'm impressed with him.
And he had 1 completed for a touchdown that got called back. Nothing, but so far just short passes tonight, but that's all they need. Just control the ball, and that's going to win, score a lot of points and win the game for Monona Grove.
Zudi and Jensen back deep again. Johnson, Damian Johnson. And Oscar Houston ready to put his foot into it. Kind of a short little pop-up kick. Johnson will take this one just inside the 10-yard line. Still on his feet, pushing across the 20, near the 25, where they'll finally blow the whistle and stop play. They're keeping it away from Zudi.
That's a good plan. Zudi with averaging almost 9 yards a carry this year. Extremely quick.
He had an 80-yard touchdown run against Mount Horeb Barneveld, was that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Zudi lines up on the right wing. DiMaggio, the running back, behind quarterback Look. Man in motion, the handoff to DiMaggio. Right into the line. Fights his way across the 25, maybe to the 28, but nothing more than that.
Looked like the right guard got a bit of an early start on that one, but no flag down.
Tackle by
Brady Killerlane on the tackle. Short gain. Was that Zudi?
No, that was DiMaggio.
Give him about 2 on that one. Second down and 8 for Oregon.
Look ready for the snap. Zudi, no, the handoff to DiMaggio into the line again. He got out to the 25, or excuse me, the 30-yard line. Brought down, it'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Trenton Herber on the tackle there. He's the leading tackler for Monona. He was not fooled on that play at all. A gain of about 3 for DiMaggio.
One on the play. 3rd down and 5 for the Oregon.
So 3rd and relatively long for the Panthers. Their passing game, as we mentioned in the pregame, has been pretty decent this year, but not all that successful yet tonight. Zudi.
A little inside.
No,
That was a little reverse. Wow, and it just got all caught up in traffic. He handed the ball off to the running back coming around. I couldn't tell if that was DiMaggio or Zudi.
It was Zudi who got that. And
Zudi
got
handed
buried.
it back inside. He actually handed the ball back to whoever ended up with it. It
The
was
other
hard
wing
to tell.
was, yeah.
If it was DiMaggio or what, but there was so much traffic that play had no chance and ended up losing 3 yards.
So Kluss will come in to kick. Silver Eagles drop back Reuter and Spalding.
Deep for Monona Grove, Cameron Reuter and Peyton Spalding.
Kluss, a high kick this time, not quite as deep, but it'll bounce untouched. And it will be down by the Panthers inside the 35-yard line. The Silver Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 33. 4:38 to play in the first quarter. A 7-0 Silver Eagle lead.
Well, let's see what they can do on their second series. Their first series, I thought they played very well. That line blocked extremely well on the running plays. The passing plays were all quick hitters, so they didn't have to hold their blocks quite as long. So we'll see what Monona Grove trots out this time around. I'd say keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, they've been pretty successful. All right. Ostrowski behind quarterback Bishop again. Spalding split out. Spalding and Reuter split out wide to this side. This is hip in motion. Handoff to
Ostrowski.
Ostrowski out close to the 40-yard line. Nice run, actually.
He does a nice job of finishing his runs. He falls forward, never gets knocked backwards.
It's got to be something they've trained, because it seems like Thompson did that and Young did that, and going all the way back to Chris Nelson did that.
Yeah, it could be.
7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3 for the Silver Eagles. The ball right on the 40-yard line. Bishop this time. Give it to Ostrowski again. Jalen has the first down, falling forward across the 50.
Love that quickness through the hole. We saw that the last couple of years with Jackson Thompson, where Thompson would just hit the line and then all of a sudden shift to another gear once he got past that first level. And we saw that with Ostrowski here on that carry.
Flag on the play here, Bob.
It's going to go against Monona.
Holding.
So it won't really matter.
Second penalty against them. They only had 3 last week, but they're falling into that pattern that they had the week before against Baraboo, where they tallied 14.
Well, an illegal block in the back and now a hold, those are usually what we would call fatigue penalties or footwork penalties, where your feet aren't where they're supposed to be, so you have to grab.
That's why we've got you here, so you could talk all this technical mumbo-jumbo, grabbing and feet. All right.
That's my healthcare background, man.
2nd and 7. The handoff to Ostrowski again, going right side. Gets across the 50 again. Jeez, what a great run that was.
That was
He
a great
just kept
run.
breaking tackles.
And there's a
falling
flag
forward.
down,
Are you
Steve.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Back around the 40.
Yeah, another hold.
Oh, man. They don't need to hold. Ostrowski's making his own yardage.
So Jalen has rushed for approximately 20 yards on his last 2 carries, and neither one of them will count, both negated by penalties.
This is going to push it back even further now.
Holding on Monona Grove.
Oh, man, this is back to the 30-yard line. We've got to get to the 43.
Well, whatever they're doing on the line there, they need to stop doing it because they're going to call holding. I don't know if it's just some unusual use of their hands or it just looks bad, but they're calling holding. So they need to change that.
Oh, one of the Panthers jumped, and he knew it.
Yep.
That was number 85. 66. Boy, he had to turn to face me. Evan Schoenfeld.
That's funny.
No, that's one
Matthew
of the
Rush.
Eagles.
Matthew Rush, number 65.
One of the returning linemen.
Yeah.
Well, that'd get us 5 yards back.
Yeah.
It's not quite so bad. It's still 2nd and a lot of yards.
Well, I'd consider giving the ball to Ostrowski. They haven't yet stopped him on this
Not
drive.
yet, no. He's going to bust one pretty soon. And they do give it to him. Picks his way through the line.
Nice, get a block.
Breaks another
Get a
tackle
block.
across the 50-yard line. Tripped
Nice
up
run.
and falls down to the 43-yard line of Oregon.
You got to hand that to Ostrowski on his own. He never got a downfield block, yet he still managed to get a pickup of over 20 yards on that play. Nice run, good blocking at the point of attack, and then it was all Ostrowski after that. Give him a gain of 25, Steve.
So Jalen will catch his breath, and Ethan Boehner step in to take his place for a minute. Bishop looking to throw, looking right side.
He's looking for Hep deep.
Going deep. Sam
Well
Hep.
covered.
Oh, off the fingertips.
Very close, but they got a flag down, and I think we're going to get either defensive holding or pass interference. It's going to be defensive holding.
They had double
Coverage
on Hep,
I mean, okay.
and he still almost made the catch. Just a little beyond his reach. So that'll be a first down for the Silver Eagles.
It was well that Hep got his hands on that ball. Otherwise, that would have been picked off. But it was not a bad pass, just a little bit too far in front.
10-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, Bob, because of Lindsey Wood Davis, you and I are worldwide social media sensations.
Yeah, social media. I'm all over that myself.
You are. All right, 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Threatening again to go up by 2 scores. Reuter in motion. Bishop will give it to Boehner. Boehner off the right side, breaks a tackle, gets down across the 35, inside the 30-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and about 4 yards for the Silver Eagles. Boehner's looking good in a couple of carries here, too.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop calling for the ball. They give it to Boehner again, right up the middle. Ethan with a little running room, tried to break it out
Ball
to the
came
left
loose.
side.
That was Ostrowski with the ball, and the ball came loose, but flags are down, and I don't know if they blew that dead or what the deal was. The ball came loose, and Oregon came up with it.
This could be a break for the Silver Eagles, depending on who the penalty is.
They must not have. They must have said he was down before the ball came loose.
They're going to call holding on the Silver Eagles. Marched back some, much better than a turnover.
3rd holding penalty on this drive, Steve. 3.
Man. How many are normally permitted in a game?
I think we're about to find out.
All right. We'll take it 2nd and 8. Like Bob mentioned, Ostrowski back in the game. They're changing the play now. Bishop calling for a new one.
Another Oregon lineman jumped there, but he did not cross into the neutral zone, which is an automatic offside.
Ostrowski shifts to the other side. They give it to Jalen, right off tackle. Some running room, has the first down. Inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, Ostrowski is just automatic tonight, and great blocking on the line here. You know, when they're not holding.
When they're not holding.
Blocks are just opening up
when
huge
they're not getting
holes.
caught holding.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Just huge holes.
Minute 57 to play in the first quarter. The Silver Eagles looking to go up by 2 scores here before the quarter ends.
Gain of 14 on the play.
14-yard pickup.
Big
Bishop
blitz
looking to
coming.
pass, chased out of the pocket.
And he's
going
wide
to the left
open.
side.
Another penalty
Tuck
flag.
it in.
He's
run out of bounds near the goal line, but this
it's
is
going
going
to
to come back.
Yep, another holding call, I'm sure. Jordan Bishop avoided almost a sure sack and then ended up with miles and acres of green in front of him.
Yeah, the official spotted the ball at the 2-yard line where he was pushed out of bounds. Had there not been the penalty, we'd be looking at 1st and goal, an almost certain score.
Well, okay. So you wanted to know what the upper end is for holding calls in a game?
We've reached it? We've exceeded it?
Like I said, we may find out.
Oh, repeat first down. So 1st and 20, they bring it back to the 30-yard line.
Monona Grove's gained a lot of yards on this series, but they've been going backwards for most of it thanks to penalties.
Ostrowski alongside Bishop. Bishop looking to throw. Straight back. Throws one over the middle. Little screen pass to Spalding.
That's Ostrowski.
Ostrowski.
Oh,
Stumbles
one
and lost
ankle
his
tackle.
feet inside the
Yep.
10-yard line.
One ankle tackle away from scoring on that play, but it will be another first down for Monona Grove. I don't see any flags on the field, so this one should count.
Gain of 24, first and goal at the 6-yard line. Ostrowski's having to gain double yards.
Now that was a nice looking screen pass again. Set it up nicely. Bishop just kind of lollipopped it right over the lineman, and Ostrowski did the rest.
Boehner in for Ostrowski. Bishop will give it to him,
No,
trying to go left side.
Yep.
Nothing doing there. He might have gotten a yard.
I think Boehner's. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to even give him a yard on that.
Yeah, he got caught up in the mix pretty quick there. Second and goal. Ball on about the 7-yard line. 6-yard line according to the scoreboard. Bishop, tuck it in, pull it out, throw it.
Nice defense.
Looking for Reuter, and it's incomplete.
Little play action pass on a quick out in the end zone, and nice defense over there by the corner for Oregon, who did not get fooled and tipped the ball away.
Third and goal from the 6 with 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. A 7-0 MG lead.
Ben Adams defending on the play.
Boehner still in at running back.
Third down and goal.
Hepp and Spalding, the wide receivers to the far side.
Yeah, they're all over on the right side now. Three wideouts on the right.
Oh, yeah.
And one tight end here on the left. And they're looking for McConley. He was open briefly.
Oh,
and Bishop fell down.
Bishop tripped, fell down at the 15, 16-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down.
He had McConley early in the pattern. Just as he made his break, McConley was open, and I think that was the plan, was to go to him. But
Bishop was looking to the right side.
He got quickly covered up.
All right, Tomczak to attempt the field goal. The ball on the 16-yard line, so this will be a 33-yard field goal attempt. Spalding the holder. Benny Fluke, the long snapper. Carter's got it lined up, and we get a whistle.
And what are we calling here?
A timeout, I believe, Bob.
Oh, the end of the first
end of the quarter. Well, how about that? We'll go kick it from the other side.
All right, well, that quarter went right along. Monona Grove, their offense has dominated the line of scrimmage, but it's penalties that are killing them here tonight.
Just want to remind people, Bob, they're listening to WVMO LP Monona, 98.7, a little bit above normal. I'm Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmuck, bringing you Silver Eagle football for 77 years now.
You don't know how many is it that we have done?
23, I believe you told me.
Oh, good job. Good job. You do listen occasionally.
I do, which, given the number of games that we've done, we got to be approaching our 200th game together.
I don't know. You know, we do anywhere from usually 5 to 7 games a year, and sometimes 8, depending how deep they go into the playoffs. But so, yeah, I mean, we're at well over 100 anyway, Steve.
You want to know how many I estimate I've done counting all sports?
No.
Take a stab.
No.
Okay,
because I don't want to know.
You don't care.
You should use that on your basketball telecast.
I will.
Yeah, because I'm not involved in those.
You could be. It's a lot of fun. You got to come out and do baseball with me. That's a good time.
We did one baseball game together. That was enough.
Girls softball?
That was enough.
Soccer?
Hockey? You want to try hockey again,
I did
Steve?
a hockey game. I'm
know.
not doing another hockey game. I'm better off doing swim meets.
I was smart enough to turn that one down.
I think there was talk at one time about doing a track meet here.
Do a spelling bee.
Spelling bee. The a cappella competition. All right. Tomczak's kick.
It's going to be short.
It was high coming off his foot, but fell short.
Yep, just not enough oomph.
So the Panthers will take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, the repeated holding penalties and then the slip by Bishop on third down and goal from the 6 put a nail into that one. So Monona Grove's going to come away empty here.
That drive had to gain, 80, 90 yards on it, but half of them got called back, it seemed like.
Oh, yeah.
That was a little disappointing.
Well, let's see if Monona Grove's defense can step up here. They've done well their first 2 series.
Yeah, I mean,
Oregon hasn't been able to do a thing. Their running game hasn't gotten untracked. So
we came away without any points there, but we do lead 7-0. Now Look will come up to the line. He's got Zudi and DiMaggio behind him. Now Look chased out of the pocket, throws to the right side, incomplete, or no.
did he come up with it?
I think that's an
Yep,
interception.
that's an interception. Let's see if we can figure out who it is. He's getting mobbed. It might be Nerurden, number 21. Yep. Number 21, Samaj Nerurden for the pick, his first of the year.
So the Silver Eagles, after missing the field goal attempt, get the ball right back at the 30-yard line of Oregon.
There's a nice diving, laid out catch there by Nerurden.
And I'm not sure what Look was doing. He rolled out to that side and had a man there, just missed him completely and right into the diving hands of an MG defender. Now Jordan Bishop and Jalen Ostrowski and company will trot back out on the field.
Well, they need to make this one hurt. They need to capitalize on this after failing on their last drive.
Bishop calling the signals. He'll keep it himself, looking to throw it, chased out of the pocket, grabbed in the backfield, and he'll be dropped for about a 6-yard loss. Back out beyond the 40-yard line. That one hurts a little.
Yeah, that was a big loss, too. A loss of about 11 on that, maybe 10. Second and 20.
Yeah, we get a favorable spot. They put it at the 40-yard line. Second down and about 20 for the Silver Eagles.
Jalen Ostrowski's been excellent carrying the football there, but he whiffed on his block on that one, and Jordan Bishop didn't have a chance.
They'll give it to Jalen. This time he'll go left side. He's got about a 4-yard pickup. We get a spot at the 37-yard line. 3rd and 17. All right, key play for the Silver Eagles offense. Bishop looking to throw.
A little screen pass there to, I think that's Ostrowski again.
And he's close to the first down.
No, it was not Ostrowski.
He got down inside the 25-yard line, close to the
Sam
first
Hepp,
down.
number 5, who made the play on that one. Just a little short wide receiver screen on that one.
That brings up 4th and 2. They take Ostrowski out and bring Boehner in. Silver Eagles will go for it on 4th and short from the 20, where are they? 23-yard line? 22? The hand to Boehner, right side, big push.
He's got it.
He should have the first down.
Got it easily.
Boehner, 5'11", 170 pounds. He plays a lot stronger than that. Now he'll come out, and Ostrowski will come back in. First and 10 for MG on the 18-yard line of Oregon. Bishop looking to throw left side. Touchdown. I believe that was Hepp.
That was a nice pass. Let's see what the call is.
Wait, we got a signal. Everybody's standing around. They say it was out of bounds. Incomplete, yep.
Okay.
The pylon got hit, and I couldn't see where it was in relation to the ball at the time.
This is the tough side of the field for us up here in the booth. We have our light pole in the way, and it's hard to see.
All right, 2nd and 10. Bishop, the inside handoff to Ostrowski. Jalen still on his feet, rumbling. Near the 15-yard line, picked up a few yards there.
That was a tough run by Ostrowski. I mean, he was met at the line of scrimmage, still managed to twist and get himself falling forward. Picked up about 2 yards on that play.
3rd down, 3rd and long for the Silver Eagles. Bishop, fake, throws, looking for Hepp again.
I'll tell you.
That
was McConley that they were looking at. Dante McConley went just a little bit high off his fingertips. He was open. That ball's a foot lower. That's a touchdown.
4th and 7 for the Silver Eagles from the 15-yard line of Oregon.
They will be going for it, absolutely. The kicker doesn't look like he's got enough leg to hit from there, so they will go for it here.
Ostrowski, the running back. McCauley, the tight end, looking for the play call. Bishop calling for the ball. Looking over, looking to throw.
Wide open here on the wing.
Gets it to
Pass
Ostrowski.
was low. Ostrowski was wide open off to the left there. Probably, I don't know if he would have scored, but I think he would have got the first down, but the pass was underthrown, and they're going to come away with nothing again.
Yeah, that's 2 possessions in a row. The Silver Eagles can't capitalize. They're inside the 20-yard line and can't put any points on the board.
And you can't just keep letting this team hang around. I mean, Oregon's got too much offensive firepower. They do have home run threats, and they could score quickly and tie this game up.
All right. DiMaggio, the running back behind. Look. They give it to DiMaggio, and he got buried at the line. Maybe a yard or two. A favorable spot here.
Yeah, fluke in on the tackle,
Yeah.
and number 54, Camden Sisler.
Sisler's played pretty well.
They've played pretty well in the line, period. They haven't given up much.
2nd and 7. Look will bring him up to the line. DiMaggio behind him. Zudi out on the wing. Give us to DiMaggio again. No,
it's going wide.
I lost track of him.
Yeah, they faked the handoff inside, pitched wide, but I think the ball's coming
a
back.
late flag coming out.
And there was a flag down earlier too, so I think we're going to get offsetting fouls. I think there might have been a late hit out of bounds by Monona, but I think we'll get offsetting fouls here. I think they're going to call a hold, personal foul on Monona. I see that one so far.
And a hold, just as you said.
Yeah, so it should offset. We should be replaying this down. But
there's some discussion on the field.
Sometimes in high school football, a personal foul takes precedence. I don't know if they're going to give them the ball there and then mark it back 10 or what the deal is. Remember, we had a few head scratchers up in Baraboo as far as ball placement goes. If this was college or the NFL, those penalties would offset and you'd have a replay.
Well, Oregon's backing way up.
So they're talking, the officials were talking to the Monona Grove defensive captain. I'm not certain why.
All right, they're walking it back a long way, so this appears to be...
Hopefully it'll go back to the original line of scrimmage and it'll just be second down again. That's the way it should go anyway.
No, they're going to march it from the spot of the foul, that original holding flag.
And then what, turn around and mark off 15 against Monona? Or what's the deal? Or did they pick up the flag? They called the personal foul.
Now he's turning around and he's going to walk off 15.
And then do they get the down over again? I mean, I am very confused about this right now.
Befuddled and bemused?
He says, I don't know about bemused so much.
Well, they bring it out to the 25-yard line, which is,
this is
a net gain for the Panthers.
It's bewildering, and they're going to get the down over again.
Yeah, 2nd and 1. All right. Well, there's an easy solution here.
Don't
Let's
even
just
know how
take
to
it
score
away.
that one. That's no 5-4-3 double play, I can tell you that.
All right, Look will call the signals on 2nd and 1. Give us to DiMaggio.
DiMaggio just buried there by Trenton Herber, number 2. Let's see if I can see anybody else getting off that pile. That looks like number 51, Garrett Hansen.
They do get enough for the first down. The ball out to the 27-yard line of Oregon. 8:30 to play. A 7-0 MG lead here in the second quarter. Quarterback Look did that little inside handoff again, and I think they might have even lost a yard.
Yeah, that play is not working. Whatever, it seems like he hands it off to one running back who hands it off to the other running back, and that hasn't worked either time they've tried it. So they might want to just bag that one, a loss of a yard on the play.
Benny Fluke credited with the tackle. 2nd and 11. Looks straight back, throws right side, incomplete.
Oh, my. And now they're going to call a penalty on the defender. I think they're going to call that one. Let's see if we can make that out. But they're going to call defensive holding or something there. And that'll give Oregon another bite at the apple here. Monona Grove is just...
Pass interference. Great.
I couldn't quite tell who that was on from this distance here. I'm trying to get
Yeah,
the
it was
number.
the far
but
side, but
yeah.
the penalties really costing the Silver Eagles tonight. This
Yeah.
gives Oregon one of their better field positions of the night, 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
So that was either on Killerlane or Stinson. They got caught up. They were running just a short crossing pattern, and they got caught up there, and one of them grabbed the receiver as he went by. Wow, and more flags are coming, folks. This is going to be the longest high school football game in history.
The handoff was to number 30, Matt Kissling, 6'2", 175-pound junior, but the whistle stopped the play.
And
brought
coach's
it
son.
back. And it'll be against the Panthers. March it back 5 yards. So, 1st and 15. 7:40 to play in the first half. A 7-0 MG lead.
Dan Kissling, the coach of Oregon, a former player out there as well.
Remember seeing him play? He was a terror.
He was really good.
He was a strong player and probably
Big
the fastest one on the team.
Really big, too. He's at least 6'2".
6'2" and over 200 pounds. Look, hoping to throw it. Throws right side. Complete to DiMaggio. Pushed out of bounds, but way short of the first down. DiMaggio got close to the 50, but it's going to be second down is all?
Yeah.
With those penalties, it gets hard to track.
Sure
2nd and
does.
9. So about a 6-yard pick up the ball at the 44-yard line of Oregon.
First complete pass of the game for Nolan Look.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, he lines up at quarterback again. Kissling in motion. Give us to DiMaggio. He got in the line and maybe made a yard or two. They're not getting anything running the ball into the line at all.
No, and I'm surprised they're not trying to use Zudi a little bit more. Zudi, the faster of the two, try to get him outside.
They've kept him out on that right wing, and he's carried the ball a few times, hasn't he?
I got him for a couple, but they're not utilizing him. DiMaggio has carried the ball, by my count, 6 times.
Well, they get the ball just over the 45-yard line of the Panthers. 3rd and 6. DiMaggio lined up as sole tailback behind Look. Looks straight back. Goes right side with the pass. Incomplete.
Well, I got to tell you that the playing surface out there must be moist because there's a lot of slipping by the Monona Grove defensive backs.
Well, that brings up another 4th down for the Panthers, and they'll be forced to punt again.
Yeah, John Kluss, number 32, their defensive marvel, is also their
He's
punter.
a marvel.
He's a marvel. Yeah, makes a lot of tackles.
Spalding deep for the Silver Eagles, a dribbler of a snap. Kluss gets it off, though. Spalding will let it bounce, and it'll roll inside the 10-yard line and close to the 5. Good
Nice
exchange
roll.
there for the Panthers.
Nice roll for Kluss on the punt. There's a flag down.
Oh, of course there is.
Where? Oh, there it is. So I don't know if it's going to be illegal block, probably, or a hold.
A 50-yard punt.
It's holding on Monona. So that's, what, 5 holding penalties now on Monona?
Wow. And
Wow.
The ball down to about the 8-yard line, it looks like.
They're going to mark it at about the 7, but it's going to go back now to about the 3.5.
Yikes.
No big deal. Give the ball to Ostrowski. The offensive line has been opening up holes. It's just a matter of not grabbing shirts when you do it.
All right, 6:38 to play in the first half. 7-0 MG lead. Martinelli and Schmuck with the call as the Silver Eagles take on the Oregon Panthers in the home opener. All right. Ostrowski back in, standing in the end zone as they line up for the next play. Bishop out of the shotgun. The ball at the 3-yard line. Let's get a big chunk of yardage here. Bishop, he'll keep it himself, running left side.
Got a lot of room.
Has a lot of running room down that left sideline. Leaps for the first down.
Well, their defensive back on that side got lucky. He did one of those no-hand throw the body at the opposing player tackles, and he got the tackle. But if he would not have, Bishop would have scored.
A 97-yard run would have been nice. Jordan instead gets the first down and gives us a little breathing room here. First down for the Silver Eagles. Bishop calling the signals again. Looking to throw.
He's got all day.
Yeah, he's got plenty of
He's
time
got
back
Reuter
here.
out here.
Now he'll go down the left sideline.
Oh, my.
Right into the hands of a Panther.
Wow, I don't know what
number
happened.
13 for the Panthers.
He had an open receiver coming back to him, and he overthrew him by at least 3 feet.
Carter Erickson with the pick for the Panthers. First interception of the year for the Silver Eagles, I believe.
Yeah, he just airmailed that thing. Bishop's first pick of the year. I believe he had Dante McCauley, number 45, coming back to help him on the throw. He could have run with the ball as well. Plenty of room on that side of the field.
So the Panthers 1st and 10 on the Silver Eagle 23-yard line. Golden opportunity for them to tie this game up.
And this is what I mean. You're letting teams hang around.
Look, trying to pass, going right side deep. Stinson on the coverage, bats it away.
Incomplete. Nice job on the coverage there. He was right along with him, knocked the ball out as it got to him. Not a bad pass. Almost got it over the hands of Stinson on that one.
Stinson, a tall, lanky fellow with long arms. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Yeah, Monona Grove needs their defense to get a stop here. This is the offense, like I said, it's let these guys hang around. They've wasted chances, and now Oregon's on the cusp of maybe tying up this football game.
It's all right. Let's get a big turnover here. DiMaggio, the tailback. Zudi off on the right wing. Look calling the signals. Look will give it to DiMaggio. Off left tackle. Hit at the line and dropped. He might have got 3 yards, but nothing more than that.
Yeah, they've not had much luck between the tackles here, and I'm surprised that Oregon hasn't tried to hit the outside a little bit.
3rd and 8, the ball at the 20-yard line. Ryan Hines credited for the tackle.
This is a big 3rd down play. I don't know what they got for a kicker on the Oregon side, but they need to get a stop, and they need to get a stop that doesn't allow a lot of yards so that they can get into a spot where they can go for it on 4th down.
Look calling the signals. Dropping back now, Chase to his right. Pumps once, throws.
Nope.
Incomplete. He was looking for Damian Johnson, but Johnson well off the ball.
Well, one thing in high school, a lot of high school receivers don't realize that when their quarterback's in trouble, they need to turn around and come back toward the quarterback to give him a target. A lot of kids think, okay, he's outside the tackles. It's time for me to, turn on the jets and see if I can beat my guy downfield. But usually when a guy's on the run, he can't throw the ball that far.
So with 5:31 to play in the first half, Oregon will go for it on 4th and 8. The ball on the 20-yard line of Monona Grove. Big play here. Biggest play of the game so far. Look, calling signal, straight back again. Throwing right side. Going for the corner and way overthrown. He was looking for 24, Hoffley.
Hoffley was going to take a break to the outside, but he had to push off his receiver, or off his defender first. And what's his name? Look just didn't make the throw. Wasn't a good timing throw. And now MG's got over 5 minutes to put another one on the board. So let's get it going, fellas.
And it seems like all they have to do really, Bob, is to avoid penalties. They've been moving the ball.
Yep.
It's just the darn penalties have stopped them, not the Oregon defense.
Yep. And I think they've established enough of a running game that they can go to it. They don't have to throw the ball. Throwing the ball is a nice thing you can do every 3, 4, 5 running plays, especially the way they've been running the football tonight.
I would agree. Ostrowski's been a monster, but he's not getting credit for it because they keep getting called back. He's in the backfield alongside Bishop, gets the handoff here, right side, has some running room, across the 25, cuts it back in near the 30-yard line.
John Kluss made the tackle, but not until Ostrowski gained about 7. Hey, make it 9.
Yeah, nice pickup for Ostrowski. 2nd and 1. Oh, they give him 10 in the first down.
Wow.
Better yet.
All right.
Fresh set of downs. Bishop, give it to Ostrowski again. And Ostrowski caught in the backfield by 23.
I think, did the ball come out? I think the ball
It's
might have
still
come
loose.
out.
I don't know. Ostrowski lost it. The tackle there by 23, Zachary Tower of the Panthers.
Yeah, Ostrowski hit as soon as he got the football. Ball came out. I don't know if that was Bishop or Williams Davis that came up with that football.
Officials are going to talk it over.
Not much to talk over. Whoever recovered it gets it.
Well, yes. Typically, that's the way it goes. High school has different rules, Bob. But MG does retain it. Loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13.
Sorry, man. I can't see what I'm doing.
That's fine. Bishop. We give it to Ostrowski again. Off left tackle. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage from the previous play, but not much more than that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10, I would say. I must say. 3rd and 9, we get a nice spot. 4:05 to play in the first half. Still 7-0. Silver Eagles scoring on their first possession tonight and shooting themselves to the foot ever since then. Bishop looking to the sidelines for fresh play. Ostrowski in the backfield with him.
Watch for the ball to go to Ostrowski here.
Plenty of time for Bishop to throw. Now he's chased off to his left.
He's got room out there, and he overthrew again.
Overthrows.
A nice job again. He was rolling out from the pocket. The receiver came back to him, but he overthrew him.
That'll bring up 4th and 10, and the Silver Eagles with their first punt of the night.
Yeah, Spalding was the intended receiver on that play, but as he came back, the ball was overthrown.
I didn't realize until that play, Bob, that Jordan Bishop is a left-handed quarterback.
I guess I didn't notice that either. Jordan can't be afraid to use his feet either in that kind of play and that kind of situation, because he did have some green out in front of him. Yes, Peyton Spalding, as he came back to him, was open. It's just a matter of getting him the football.
3:33 to play in the first half, a 7-0 MG lead. The lone score of the night, the touchdown run from 8 yards out, Jalen Ostrowski, Carter Tomzak's kick, and that's all we've got to show for 20 minutes plus of play.
There's been some action on the field, that's for sure, but it's been slowed down considerably by all the yellow laundry.
I thought we had gotten rid of that after that first game.
Well, no.
No, clearly not. Although there are different types of penalties. They're not jumping off sides, but they are holding a heck of a lot more.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, every officiating crew is different, and possibly they're looking more carefully for that, and maybe the line is using the same technique they've used the first 2 games and weren't getting called for holding.
Oh,
so
that's true.
I don't know.
Ryan McCorkle back to receive this kick from Jordan Bishop.
Peyton Bigora McCorkle back to receive it.
One of the McCorkle boys.
That's a punt you want to
They've
take.
got 11 boys, 7 girls in that family. Ooh. Bishop, a high kick. McCorkle getting the heck out of the way and tripped over his own feet, fell down, almost hit the ball.
Oregon brought a strong rush on that. Bishop, good thing he got it out of there quickly, because there were 3 Oregon defenders that were closing in on him.
See where they spotted right near the 40-yard line of Oregon. So with 3:26, they take over.
All right, Monona Grove defense, they've been playing well tonight. Haven't given up much on the ground or through the air, and have kept Oregon off the board. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Nolan Look, the senior quarterback, will bring him up to the line again. Now a lot of shifting in the backfield. They've got Zudi out on the left wing here. We haven't seen much of him tonight. He gets the handoff right here, though, going around to the right side.
Ooh.
Hit at the line viciously and shoved back and almost lost the ball.
Wow, who was that? Was
54.
that was number? I think that might have been T. Santiago and Trent Herbert that
Camden Sisler also in on that hit.
put the screws
Boy.
to Zudi on that play.
Bringing the wood, I think it's called.
Wow, Zudi, we'll give him a gain of 2, but boy, he got met and driven back.
Yeah, he got about a yard on that play, 2nd and 9. But yeah, he paid for it. DiMaggio, the tailback. Zudi goes off to the left side now. He moved. This is going to go against the Panthers. Yep. That was Zudi who moved.
Still shaking the cobwebs out after that last
Yeah, no fooling.
smack.
That'll make it 2nd and 14. 2:51 to play in the half. I remember against Baraboo, Bob, the Silver Eagles looked a little rough in the first half and came out in the second half, and they're vastly improved.
Yeah, they played a lot better in the second half. They had their share of penalties, but not as many as in the first half.
All right, 2nd and 14 for the Panthers. I like those nice shiny helmets. They're pretty. DiMaggio, the tailback. Zudi at the left wing. Zudi getting the handoff.
No,
And
that's
then-
Stinson, I believe,
and
came
then gave it
through
back.
almost unmolested. And that is going to be a big loss. That's number 25 on the carry. That was Ryan McCorkle. Yeah, Gronsky with the
Gronsky
big TFL
sniffing
on
that
that
out.
one.
That play hasn't worked for them yet, I don't think, Bob.
Well, that was an especially big loss, about a loss of about 4 on the play.
WVMO LP Monona. Timeout Monona Grove with 2:07 to play. That was a huge play because that pushed them back into a 3rd and 18 situation. The ball on the 32-yard line. They've got to make the 50 on this one.
It's a tall order so far against Monona. Monona's defense has been very sturdy.
At halftime, Bob and I will be enjoying chocolate chip cookies provided by Dave Kersner.
Dave's all right.
I told Dave he didn't have to bring us cookies, but I'm not going to complain that he did.
No, he doesn't have to.
No, it's just a pleasure seeing Dave here.
We've never said he had
A
to.
longtime MG family member.
The only time we ever talked to him about it is when he brought us 5. It was an odd number, remember? And I
Yes.
said, yeah, you can't bring us an odd number because neither one of us is going to share.
Well, we're both poor at math. 5 just doesn't go into 2.
Yeah, that was the only time I ever mentioned the whole cookie thing to Dave. I said, yeah, Dave, I really appreciate the cookies, but you got to bring an even number.
Reach down into the bag here. I hid them just so you can see there are only 6 in the bag.
All right. I figured you probably took one. There was probably 7 or
Yeah.
8. There was probably 8.
Probably 8, yeah,
Yeah.
and I rounded them off.
Yeah.
That's the way
Said
I
8.
roll.
Yeah, 4 is too many for Bob. I better help.
All right, 3rd and 18. Nolan Look brings him up to the line again. Looking to run the ball and didn't get anything.
I don't know if that was supposed to be an option play, the old-fashioned option play where the quarterback goes and he has a trailing running back.
It had that look, didn't
and
it?
And he had his choice whether to keep it or pitch, but I don't think nobody gave him the option on Monona Grove. They hit him too quickly and brought him down for another loss. Nice defensive work by the Monona Grove defensive line.
And importantly, it only took up 5 seconds off the clock, so the ball will exchange hands here. The Silver Eagles will get it back with just under 2 minutes to play. Plenty of time to put another score up.
Absolutely. Monona, their offense has had spurts where they've played well enough that they should be able to put one in the end zone, or at least are capable of it. But like you said, Steve, they've been shooting themselves in the foot a lot tonight.
All right, Spalding and Reuter will drop back for the Silver Eagles. It'd be nice to see a punt return. We haven't had one run back in a while.
Got to catch them to run them back.
I know, and remember that first game against Baraboo, PJ was pretty fearless in getting under those balls. Caught a few over the shoulder even. But they've let them all drop tonight.
A little bit of a breeze tonight going with the punter here, going right to left.
PJ and Reuter standing back around their own 30. Nice punt.
Yeah, that's hit good.
Spalding will drop back.
He fair caught it.
Take it at the 25, and that's where the Silver Eagles will start. With
Yeah,
a
he
minute
hit that one
55
good.
to play. Kless is a good kicker. Got some leg on that boy.
Yeah, he does. Punt went for 43 yards in the air.
All right, minute
No
55
return.
to play in the first half. A 7-0 MG lead, and the ball 1st and 10 on the MG 25-yard line. Hep, Ostrowski, McCauley, and Bishop out there for the Silver Eagles. The big guns.
All right. Well, they got an extra defender out here on the right side, keeping an eye on Hep, I believe.
Little screen pass.
Nice
I lost
job.
it behind the windowsill.
Oh, that was Sam Hep out there. Spalding on this side. They were keeping an eye on Hep with the quick pass, and that's going to be a first down.
Yes, it is. Ball out to the 39-yard line, a 14-yard pickup to Big Sam.
Sam's 3rd catch of the day.
Bishop throwing left side again. This is complete.
I think that's to Hep again, Steve.
Yes, it is. And Hep across the 50.
Little play action pass, the fake to Ostrowski first, and then essentially the same pattern.
And that's got to freeze him the way Ostrowski's been running the ball tonight. They can't just be looking for pass. They got to protect because Ostrowski was gashing him in that one drive.
And they're using what they're getting. You know, they're playing off Hep quite a ways.
This time they give it to Ostrowski. Left side run. Pushed out of bounds near the first down. He'll be a little short, I believe. Ostrowski out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
And the clock will continue to run. He did not get out of bounds.
Minute 20 to play. 2nd and 2.
Still plenty of time and 1 timeout left for Monona Grove.
Bishop taking the snap. He'll give it to Ostrowski. This time going right up the middle. He's got enough for the first down, I believe. It's going to be close.
Yep. I think he's got it. Let's see where they mark it. They haven't
Jalen
moved
will
the
come
chains
out.
yet.
And Boehner will come in his place.
No, they did not give him the first down.
So 3rd and short. Less than a yard. Watch for Boehner to get this one. Boehner takes it.
Ooh,
Finds an open
met
hole.
at the line, but I think he got enough for the
I think
first.
he fell forward, yes. Referee calling the timeout. Nope, they're giving him the first down. Boehner will stay in the game at running back.
Clock's still running.
Down to the 37-yard
35
line.
seconds to go here in the half.
Bishop looking to throw now, dancing. Goes left side deep.
Oh, jump ball, and it came away empty. Threw a jump ball to Hep.
Hep's not going to lose too many jump balls, but didn't get that one. It'll stop the clock with 27 seconds left. 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line of the Panthers.
Ethan Boehner running a little circle pattern after the fake on the last play and had a lot of room out here on the right side of the field.
I think they noted that and might call that one again. Bishop, he's got Boehner out on the wing, but no, they go over the middle and it's off the hands of, who was that?
That was Spalding. That was Spalding. It was just a little inside wide receiver screen.
3rd and 10. Interesting they're keeping Boehner in and Ostrowski on the sidelines for this rest of this drive.
23 seconds to go, and it's 3rd and 10. Monona Grove's going to have to go downfield on this play.
Bishop looking downfield.
They're setting up a screen
Rolling
with
to his
Boehner, but
left.
they
Flag in the backfield.
yeah, they sniffed that one out. They were trying to set up a screen, middle screen with Ethan Boehner, but they got on Boehner right away.
Yeah.
And now another flag down.
Holding against the Silver Eagles.
And I'm sure
2 flags down, isn't it?
I'm sure
There's
Oregon
one
will,
out there and one at the 47-yard. 45, they just moved it. Yeah, we've got double flags.
Yeah, hopefully one of them is against Oregon. And we can do that whole walk it back, walk it forward thing.
It's a hokey pokey penalty, it's called. All right,
Yeah.
first they march it off against the Silver Eagles.
I didn't see
Then they shake it all about.
I didn't see a second flag, but you say there was
Yeah, it's
one.
out there on the 45-yard line.
I see that one.
Oh, there was one back about the 30.
Yeah.
All right, it's a repeat 3rd down, but holy
It's
cripes,
from
where
it's
they
a spot
marching
foul.
it back.
It's a spot foul, so they marked it the foul at the 45 and then walked it back another 10. So now it's 3rd down and a bazillion yards to
Yeah,
go.
55 yards to the goal line.
If they can get half of it back, then they got a chance.
No, they're going to go with, is that Ostrowski or Boehner? I couldn't see who was on the field.
I think it was Boehner.
He got a few yards, but not enough to stop the clock. It's going to bring up 4th down, and we're not going to have time to get another playoff. We're going to go to the locker rooms with the Silver Eagles up 7-0. They scored on their first drive of the game. No score since then. Oh, timeout with 2 seconds left. All right.
Then, so they'll try
maybe
one 4th down play, just throw it into the end zone, probably to Hep.
Well, let's see.
If they
The
can't
ball,
get a jump ball.
the ball on the 47-yard line. This is a 64-yard field goal.
Well, here's a play that they could dust off that's made for just this sort of situation, and that's the hook and ladder. Remember when they used to run that play?
With was that Aaron Wren?
Aaron Wren, remember that?
Boy, was he quick.
And they did it twice successfully that year.
That time down in Milton was awesome.
Yep. And that changed the game in
Yep.
Milton. That was a close game
was a
until they
turning
ran that
point.
hook and ladder, and then it was all over but the shouting. That was a great play, and it's a perfect play for this point in the game. You just got to make sure you complete that first pass, and then he doesn't mess up the pitch, because you can pick up that pitch and take it back the other way if you don't make a good pitch.
Yeah, I could see somebody like P.J. Spalding, who holds on the kicks, taking the one to make the first catch and then pitch it back to somebody like Ostrowski. Although Boehner's on the field right now at running back.
Well, Boehner would be the receiver on the lateral. I could see him throwing short to Cameron Reuter over here.
Yeah. He's drawing less attention than Spalding.
They're not going to run that.
Nope. Bishop's still looking now. Heaves it deep. Jump ball near the end zone.
Nope.
Batted away, and that'll end the first half. 7-0. The Silver Eagles ahead. WVMO LP will be back with the second half of Silver Eagle football. I'm Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmuck. 7-0 the Silver Eagles over the Oregon Panthers. It's halftime on Parents' Night.
And WVMO, the voice of Monona.
Welcome. Coming back here for the second half of Silver Eagle football, I'm Steve Martinelli alongside the Boomer, Bob Schmuck. Monona Grove up 7-0 over the Oregon Panthers here in the third game of the season. MG looking to go 3-0, and Bob, they've done nothing but shoot themselves in the foot over and over in this first half.
Yeah, Monona should be in control of this game by now. I mean, they've been able to move the ball up and down the field, but with all the penalties, let's count them 9 so far, and it's, of those 9, 6 of them have been offensive holding calls. Every time they take a step forward, they take 2 steps back. So lucky to have 7, I guess, but they certainly have wasted opportunity after opportunity on the offensive side of the ball.
And the bright spot has been the defense. They've been outstanding so far tonight.
They have been. They've only given up 15 total yards tonight, Steve. 6 passing, 9 rushing.
And they've kept that streak going of not giving up a point in the first half of any game yet.
Yeah, Oregon had one short drive that ended on downs, but otherwise they really just haven't done a thing offensively.
And it's seems to have been a real team effort on defense, as Monona Grove always seems to have 3 or 4 guys on the ball, regardless of what the play is.
Well, they haven't been able to. Oregon has not been able to run the ball between the tackles at all, and you got to credit the defensive line there, guys like Benny Fluke and Camden Sisler, and who else was out there? I'll get it, and Sam Gronsky and a couple of the other guys and the linebacking crew. But the defensive line, when you're not gaining any yardage at all between the tackles, your defensive line is doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that's removing the blockers so that the linebacker can make the hit, and that's exactly what's going on.
Well, if you're experiencing some choppy sound in the first half, stay with us. Supposedly they fixed the problem, and we'll hopefully be a little better in the second half. Thanks to Lindsay Wood Davis for appearing and talking with us briefly. Lindsay retiring after 11 years working to bring Monona radio to fruition. The past 3 years have been a pleasure to work with him, and I feel I've learned a lot.
I got to tell you, the Monona channel has really come a long ways too from when it started. I mean, we're doing a lot more things than we used to do. The kids that they bring in, part of the Monona Grove AV Club, that'll bring you your YouTube and YouTube pictures and things like that. I mean, I think everything has gotten better. Now, I'm saying that when we both got text messages from our best gals saying that the video and the sound was choppy on YouTube in the first half. Hopefully we fix that and things are going to get better. But it's been a lot of fun, and you just got to hand it to guys like Lindsey Wood Davis, because he doesn't have to be doing this stuff.
No, he was retired before he started doing this for fun.
Yep.
And the amount of effort he puts into this and the amount of enthusiasm he carries to every meeting is just unbelievable. I remember sitting there that first meeting with him. It was before you were on board yet with the whole VMO thing. It was an organizational meeting before we went on the air. And first time I had met Lindsey, and we're going around the room introducing ourselves. And I got to my turn, and I said my name and what I'd been covering and how Bill Ziegler dragged me into this years ago. And Lindsey looked at me and pointed a finger at me and says, "I want to talk to you." I thought, oh, great, this is it. This is how it ends.
We're finally
the other
finally out.
The other shoe is finally going to drop. They're on to us. But no, he said, we're going to anchor the station with you guys. You know, that Friday Night Lights is a big deal in small town America, and they were going to feature MG Sports, and a lot of this was built around us, and gave me a lot of confidence. And then he proceeded to tell me all the things I could correct, and some of them I've listened to, and some I'm a guy, I don't listen to everything that anybody tells me.
Or anything.
But right from the start, he won a lot of people over with his enthusiasm, and his knowledge of radio is just impeccable.
He does have that enthusiasm, and it has become infectious. I mean, the gal that heads up the volunteer part of WVMO, you know, I get regular emails from her. I'm on the list with everybody else, and she's always looking for volunteers to represent WVMO, especially at the Eastside Music Festivals, things like that. And people do. And she's always very upbeat about it and says, you know, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And she doesn't seem to have any trouble getting volunteers. So clearly, Lindsey Wood Davis, it's from the top down, you know, that this sort of enthusiasm has built through the entire WVMO project.
At Lindsey's retirement party / volunteer appreciation picnic, it was like a big family picnic. You know, guys who hadn't met each other but knew of each other because their shows were consecutive. You know, Jim Gunderson, I was sitting and talking with him and his wife. There was like 3 or 4 guys that came over and knew him by voice but hadn't met him in person
really?
before. It was kind of cool to see. And of course, I got to meet my favorite DJ, Johnny Rasta. Love his show on Saturdays.
What time's his show?
I believe it's 10 o'clock.
At night?
No, in the morning.
That's what
I don't know. I turn on WVMO in the morning on Saturdays and just leave it on all day.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get it at my house, so I mean, I can stream it, but
yeah, that's what we end up doing.
Yeah. But,
it turns out Johnny Rasta's a fan of ours, has some ideas for some promotional stuff.
Promotional stuff?
So I said, bring it on.
Well, that'll be interesting. Well, the more people we can get to listen to these telecasts, the better. Good for the school. I don't care so much about us. I mean, it's not like we're going anywhere, but.
What do you mean? We're getting better at this. Someday we're really going to be up to average.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Yeah. Whatever you do, always try to finish 6th. So, anyway, let's go back to football.
Let's go back to
football. Both
football,
the teams
Bob.
are on the field and warming up, and we should be able to start the second half here pretty quick. Monona Grove will take the kickoff. Monona Grove, offensively, actually had, like I said, they moved the ball well, 252 yards total offense compared to that paltry 15 that Oregon was able to put up. Yet, they're only up by 1 score.
And the whole reason for that is penalties. I mean, poor Jalen Ostrowski, he's got to be fit to be tied because he's had an outstanding game and had a third of his runs called back on penalties, it seems like. He's had a few outstanding plays.
Yeah, Jalen Ostrowski, I have him, you know, it's all unofficial. Of course, I've got him for 14 carries for 127 yards and a touchdown. Ethan Boehner has run the ball 6 times for 27 yards, and Jordan Bishop 3 times for 18 yards. But Bishop's been sacked twice. He's also thrown an interception. And along with all the penalties, they just can't seem to get any sort of momentum going.
One of the long-time sayings that we've had over the years is if you don't make mistakes, if you don't turn the ball over, you win the game. Well, the turnovers are even, I believe, and MG's made far more mistakes, at least in terms of penalties.
Well, since Brandon Beckwith took over, turnovers are pretty much few and far between for Monona Grove. That is obviously something that he has preached and made well known to his players to hang on to the football. We've seen the football scored out a couple of times tonight. One time, I cannot remember who it was that lost it, but Monona Grove fell on it. But otherwise, even that game against Baraboo a couple of weeks ago when it had been raining during the day.
Everything was soggy. They changed the ball on every play.
It was so wet, and Monona Grove didn't lose the ball once that game.
Well, after tonight, the Silver Eagles will play a road game, supposedly at Bree Stevens Field against Madison Edgewood.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, that is possible that one could be shifted to another day or even another stadium. Then they've got Fort Atkinson and Monroe here at home before they go on the road against Milton, back home against Stoughton, and then on the road against Watertown.
Yeah, this is the big game, this one and the Stoughton game. I'll tell you, Fort Atkinson has just been getting murdered this year, so it doesn't look like they're bringing much to the table. And Milton, did Milton, what they get beat 6-0 last week or
think
something
so,
like that by Reedsburg? And
all right, Hoffley ready to kick it. Reuter and Ostrowski back deep for Monona Grove. This is Reuter taking it near the 15-yard line. Has some running room. Does a little spin move to get across the 30 and brought down just over the 35-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good return. He had caught that ball on the run and managed to get the ball up over the 35. Good starting field position for the Eagles here to start the second half.
1st and 10, MG leading 7-0. MG special teams coach Mark Rundle has been in that position for many years. Has done a fine job. He's turned out a number of decent kickers, and I believe Oscar Houston is going to be the next great one, Bob.
Oliver Houston?
Oliver Houston. Is it Oliver or Oscar? I like Oscar.
I can't help it. His name's
Talk
Oliver.
to his parents? All right. Ostrowski, the first play, gets the handoff, still on his feet.
Boehner. Ethan Boehner. That's a nice move by Boehner.
Out close to the 50-yard line. Wow, he broke a couple tackles going through the line there, and a first down for the MG Silver Eagles. Just shy of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, nice run by Boehner there.
Yeah, he is still out there. I wonder if Ostrowski's a little shook up. They give it to Boehner again off the right side of the center. And about a 7-yard pickup on that one. Kluss credited for the tackle, and a Panther down on the field. See if we can make out who this is. I believe that's 60.
Number 60, I think. Logan Woodson.
That's one of their
leading tacklers.
Yeah. One of their team leaders too. Excuse me.
We haven't had a chance to see Carson Smedley yet tonight.
Carson Smedley. That is a great name, isn't it?
I love it. Yeah.
The guy needs a handlebar mustache, doesn't he? Carson Smedley.
You jog out 5 meters. Take a left, Smedley. Anyway, let's go back.
Boy, did we digress quickly there.
I just thought I saw that name when I was doing my game prep, and I thought, oh,
it's not a football name like Brock Turlington was.
Yeah, Smedley. I love it. Anywho,
we got some time here.
Yeah, we got an Oregon player down. So Ostrowski with 127 yards rushing in the first half. We haven't seen him in the second half. It's been Ethan Boehner, 2 carries for 20 yards so far, and 1 first down and a 2nd and 3 as soon as we're able to get this injured player off the field.
He's still down on the turf with the medical folks looking at him. I don't see Ostrowski on the sidelines either. Trying to pick him up here.
Okay, it looks like leg injury of some sort to Logan Woodson.
Yeah, he seemed to be holding his knee when he went down.
Yeah, that joint for some reason is at risk on almost every play, it seems like, in football.
Now they've got another trainer running onto the field.
Yeah.
All right, now they're getting him up, it appears.
Help him
That's hard on a big guy like that to get help off the field.
6 foot, 185.
Really? Is that all he is?
Yep.
He looks bigger than that, doesn't he? He looks pretty solid.
Yeah, limp it off the field. Well, hopefully it's nothing serious. do a little rice, and hopefully we'll be back to normal in no time.
Does everybody know the acronym now? I mean, it seems like it's been around long enough. People should know what RICE means.
Rice, yeah, I would think so.
I would hope so. Anybody that's got a kid in high school athletics better know it, huh?
That's right.
All right. 2nd and 3 for the Silver Eagles as they make their first foray into Panther territory here in the second half. Boehner still on the field alongside Jordan Bishop, the quarterback. Bishop calling for signals. They give it to Boehner again. Boehner running hard, boy. First down inside the 40, close to the 35-yard line.
Another good push by the offensive line.
Coming into tonight's game, Boehner had, 6 carries for 44 yards. He's looking pretty good so far. Spelling Ostrowski, and here he goes again. Running through a few tackles inside the 20, down near the 15-yard line.
Yeah, gain of about 20 on the play. And Ethan Boehner, it's been all Ethan Boehner so far in the second half for Monona.
Carson Smedley with the tackle, Bob.
I love it. Smedley with a tackle.
1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. The ball to the 16-yard line. 20-yard pickup for Boehner. Bishop. They give it to Smedley again, left side. Gets the corner, cuts it inside the 10, pushing hard. What?
You called him Smedley.
Oh, I'm so enamored by the name Carson Smedley. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd and 4 for the Silver Eagles. The ball at the 10-yard
23
line.
years, Steve, you can still crack me up.
Bishop will give it to Boehner again, and Boehner cartwheels inside the 5. Close to the goal line, no signal yet.
Didn't quite get there, but very close. And I would guess he's going to get the ball again here.
Boehner, this would be his 2nd score of the year if he can put one in. Remember, he got that first one on that interception. Oh, he's got a touchdown run too, according to my stats.
And he's in.
Boehner from the 1, touchdown.
Nice looking drive, all running plays. That was kind of old school Monona Grove football from back in the days with, Torrin Young and Brock Offerdahl and Chris Nelson and Henry Z. Barth and all those guys,
You say Schwen?
I did not say Darren Schwen. I was waiting for you
Tyler Zorn?
Because he's your favorite.
Point after attempt by Carter Tomczyk.
Tomczyk will attempt the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is good.
We had to wait.
Referees took their time, but that makes it a 14-0 game.
All right, good opening drive, and it matches their opening drive of the game where they went right down the field and scored a touchdown. Took less than 2 minutes, though, Steve. All running plays, less than 2 minutes for that drive.
10 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter. A nice drive by the Silver Eagles. Okay, I see Ostrowski on the sidelines. He is still in uniform, at least. But Boehner, yeah, he looked like the man on that one. He looked like Ostrowski.
He was the man on that one.
That's
he carried
nice.
the ball on every play.
Nice to know that you've got an adequate backup who can step in and play just as well as your starter did.
7 carries on
And
that drive.
Oliver will kick it off. I've been told Oliver Houston is the fastest kid on the freshman team. So we may see him at positions in the future besides kicker. But yeah, Coach Rundle says he's got quite the leg.
He's still growing into that 14-year-old body there. So if he stays with it, my guess is that the real distance will come later.
Johnson and Zudi back deep for the Panthers.
That one's hit good.
Johnson will let this one go into the end zone, and they'll take it 1st and 10.
Yeah, he got into that one. His first couple of kickoffs, he kind of popped.
Well, he's got a little wind helping him, too, but I think that might be the first one we've seen him kick into the end zone.
Well, remember when Colin Larsh was here a couple of years ago, and he had only 6 kickoffs returned the whole year. Every other one. And Monona scored a lot of touchdowns that year, so he was kicking off a lot. All right, well, let's see if the Monona Grove defense can keep doing what they've been doing. Like I said, they've only given up 15 total offensive yards in this game.
All right, the Panthers 1st and 10 from their own 20. Look the quarterback as DiMaggio behind him. Give us to DiMaggio into the line, and he gets
Wow, that
maybe
looks,
2 yards.
that
Look at
looks
all
like
the
the
Silver
first half.
Eagles. Holy cow.
that looks like the first half.
How did we not get flagged for too many men on the field
I'm telling
there?
you, Oregon, if they don't do something to start moving these defensive linemen out of their position, they don't have a prayer in this game.
And Oregon's got some nice-sized offensive linemen. They got some big kids in there, and they're just being manhandled by the Silver Eagle defensive front.
Yeah, that front seven, and especially the front four, have been doing yeoman work out there.
Yo, man. All right. Look up to the line again. This is number 30.
That'd be Kissling.
Kissling trying to get around the left end, has some speed.
Doesn't matter. There's
He's
2 flags
gone.
down, and it's coming back.
Yep. Kissling had a long run earlier in the season against DeForest, but this one will come back. It won't be a 79-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, it won't be any kind of touchdown run, but a nice end run. The first time that Oregon has attacked the outside of the Silver Eagle defense on a running play, and it goes for 78 and a touchdown. It's coming back, but maybe the Oregon coaching staff will take note. With speedsters like Zudi and Kissling, I cannot believe that they haven't tried to work the ball outside
Yeah,
more.
it's surprising they haven't done that because that running it between the tackles is clearly not working for them. Oh, yeah. Instead of a touchdown, they've got a 10-yard penalty. So,
Not an unusual occurrence in this game.
yeah, but usually it's the other way. It's MG getting called for
Well,
it.
you know, Oregon, they're not pikers. That's their 7th.
So what does that make it? 2nd and 18, it says on the scoreboard. The ball back to the 12. Now watch, they'll have Look try and throw it, which has really not worked well for them.
Yeah, they have to be careful here. I can see them running the ball again here.
They do run it off tackle. This is Zudi, I believe, isn't it?
This might be DiMaggio.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's a big gainer. It is DiMaggio. Big gainer and a first down.
Out to the 45-yard line, or near the 45.
I think they're going to mark it at the 40.
Must have stepped out at the 40, so
That's a gain of 22. I'm sorry, it was more than that. Gain of 28.
yeah, nice run by DiMaggio. Get him out of that deep hole. 1st and 10, just under 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. A 14-0 MG lead.
All right, 2 consecutive running plays have been broken off for huge yardage. One called back by penalty. Now this one. This one counted, unfortunately.
One thing to watch, Bob, is Oregon has ran out of steam in the second half of both their games. They don't have a lot of depth on this team. Look, throwing over the
Picked.
middle.
That's Brady Killerlane. Flag
Killerlane,
down.
flag in the backfield.
Another flag
flag.
down.
The Killerlane with the interception and the return into Oregon territory.
Yeah, usually these flags in the backfield are going to be pass interference, but let's just see where it is. And the second penalty flag, I don't know what that is. Yeah, Monona Grove not celebrating, so I'm assuming it's pass interference on MG, and that will negate the interception. Yeah, Nolan Look trying to force that ball into a well-covered receiver. Brady Killerlane coming away with the pick. I didn't see the interference, but we'll trust the officials on this.
Yeah, there was a couple flags there, so.
Interference on Monona Grove.
Yeah, they threw 2 flags, and in the second one they didn't call, unless they called it on the same guy from 20
2
yards
different
away.
spots, yeah. Well, this will give the Panthers great field position. March it into MG territory. Where are they going to spot this? The MG defense lined up at their own 45. Yep, and that's where they'll spot it. 1st and 10 from the MG 45-yard line. 8:50 to play in the third quarter. Still 14-0. Silver Eagles scoring on the opening drive of both the first and the third quarters. Look, bringing him up to the line. DiMaggio behind him at running back. DiMaggio up the middle. 2.5 yards, one of their better running plays of the night. That's just not working for them.
Bringing in Nathan Wilcox in the defensive line.
Dylan DiMaggio on the carry.
Yeah, DiMaggio got a couple yards,
Giving
2nd
a
and
break
8.
to number 59, Po'okela Konanui. That's it. Great
You're a
name.
better man than I am, Bob.
Great name. A little Hawaiian name there, nothing wrong with that. A little challenge for you, Steve.
2nd and 8 for the Panthers. The handoff to DiMaggio again.
Ooh. And they made a hole on that one. I don't know if the defensive linemen are getting tired or if they're using a different blocking scheme, but that was a good-sized hole for DiMaggio.
Yep. 6-yard pickup, 3rd and 2. Killerlane with the tackle. Now this is a big play. The Silver Eagles can hold them, and
well, they're in 4-down territory, so they're going
well,
to need
that's true.
They're going to need to hold twice here.
It's a big series. How's that?
Yep, it is. Going to keep them off the board.
Look up to the line. Hand off to DiMaggio again.
There's your holding penalty. Flag down. It's going to be holding on the offense, so it's not going to matter what just happened with Dylan DiMaggio.
You know, they list Nolan look at 6 feet tall, but when he steps up there behind center, he almost disappears.
Yeah, no, he's not 6, and it's another holding call. We have seen so many. I believe we've seen a season's worth of holding calls, you know, combined tonight. Just between these two teams alone.
I would agree with you.
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, the 10-yard marks it back, makes it 3rd and 12. From 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 12, is this still 4-down territory? I think not.
Yes.
It is, huh?
If they can get 5 here, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them.
Okay.
But at the same time, I wouldn't have a problem with them punting either, because that would put MG deep in their own territory. Especially this Klus guy seems to be a pretty good kicker.
Yes, he does have a good leg. Look straight back, pressure coming, swings it out to the right, screen pass.
Yep, and it going.
Was that DiMaggio?
Yeah, I think so.
And
Yep.
DiMaggio has enough for the first down. In fact,
Yeah.
he makes it to the 25-yard line.
Nicely set up pass play there by Oregon.
DiMaggio's a quick runner. 1st and 10, the ball at the 26-yard line of Monona Grove. So Oregon threatening through no fault of MG's penalties.
21-yard pickup on that play. Nicely executed and a good call in that situation.
Look brings him up to the line. Looking to throw deep.
Nope.
Way overthrown.
He's looking for number 22 on that play, Mason Grender. Yeah, well overthrown. Look, only 2 for 10 on the night.
Yikes. All right, 4th and 10.
Second
and
and 10. Second and 10.
Oh, I'm ahead of myself. I
Yes,
wanted 4th down territory, Bob.
I'd like it to be 4th and 10 as well, but wishing it, don't make it so.
Ain't it the truth, Ruth?
This is the absolute worst place on the field for me here. I can hardly see a thing here.
Yeah, I can see as long as they don't run it to the right. They run it to the left. This is Kissling again. Kissling running out of field. Nice
and
tackle
another
there.
Flag down.
Nice ankle tackle.
Kissling on the carry. Tackled by
Brady Killerlane on the tackle.
Killerlane not fooled at all on that one. Stayed right with him and just they ran out of territory and had to collide.
And fast enough to stay with Kissling.
Holding on the Panthers. Yeah, Killerlane's got some speed.
So many holding penalties.
So that'll march it back again. Make it 3rd and 19. 6:28 to play in the 3rd quarter. A 14-0 MG lead.
Wow, I don't know. Hopefully the officials have explained to the coaching staffs exactly what they're looking for on these holding penalties. I've never seen this many in a high school football game.
This is a lot.
And between the two of them, they have, I would guess, somewhere between 12 and 15 holding penalties.
Wow. Yeah. All right, 3rd and 19 for the Panthers. Look, pressure coming, swings it out to Kissling on the right side.
Williams
Kissling
Davis runs him down, baby.
Williams Davis chased him out of bounds.
You bet your boots.
That's
Michael
some
Williams
good speed
Davis.
on the big
Yep.
man. Well short of the 1st down. It'll bring up 4th and about 18 still. Now, are they trotting a kicking unit out there? Wholesale
maybe
substitutions.
Maybe their punting unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is a tough spot. I would punt it from here, or if nothing else, pooch punt it. But there's no point in trying to go for it here on 4th down and 18 in this situation.
Yeah, it does appear they're going to punt it, and I believe that's a Silver Eagle down right along their sideline. Yeah, that's blue on the kid.
Blue on him.
The Oregon squad goes back to the other side of the field. So thanks to Ethan Broughton-Wallers for covering for us last week. Bob, did you know Ethan is son of Steve Wallers?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You blocked for him, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was the cuss.
The cuss?
Steve was the cuss. That's what Coach Runnell used to call him.
Why?
Because he was just an ornery cuss. And
I remember him being an outstanding wrestler.
Steve, when we were seniors, Steve played what we called the monster on defense, and he was not afraid to stick his head.
And what was he, about 140
anything.
pounds?
Well, he's a little more solid than that, but he was really fast, and he was not afraid to get into the fray. Let's just put it that way. God, he would hit guys. A lot of times he would, when he was playing on the offensive side of the ball, he was the blocking back for Stassi and
Sure. That
and
role
for
that
Tim
Kyle
Olsen.
Matthews played so well.
Exactly. And this is the days when you were told never to lead with your head. Well, I got to tell you, Steve wasn't listening, or he missed that practice, or what the deal was. Because, boy, I saw him plant a helmet in between the numbers on a couple of guys. I can tell you that.
So, Bob, the injured player is Michael Williams-Davis. Let's hope he's okay.
4th down, Oregon.
4th down for the Panthers. DiMaggio, the tailback. Oh, they're punting.
And that's a nice punt. Nice job.
Did he get that out of bounds before it went in the end zone?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Inside the 10.
Yeah,
Right about the 5-yard line is where they put that.
Clock finally stops at 5:55.
Wow. Beautiful directional punt by John Kloss. Very impressive. He's done a nice job kicking the ball tonight, and they've needed it because he's kicked the ball a lot.
Yeah,
tonight.
he's kept MG out of great field position several times.
And this was his best yet. So Monona Grove will start on their own 5-yard line after that punt out of bounds by Kloss.
5:55 in the third quarter, leading 14-0 here on WVMO LP Monona.
Well, MG ran the ball very effectively the first time they had the ball in the second half. Let's see if they continue that.
I believe that's Ostrowski out on the field now. He gets the handoff. I don't know if he gained much at all there.
Yeah, he gained about 3, it looks like. They're going to mark it around the 8.
Second down for the Silver Eagles in the shadow of their own goalpost.
2nd down.
They swing it out to Ostrowski, right side screen pass.
I love that pass. That's just a quick pass off to the wing to Ostrowski, and Ostrowski is so fast. If they are off the line at all, he's going to gain a bunch of yards.
Yeah, he got enough for the first down on that one. Kluss credited for the tackle. Yeah, that little screen pass is working really well with Ostrowski. We haven't seen that much over the past couple of years.
1st down, Monona Grove.
First down out to the 19-yard line. Give to Ostrowski again. Through the middle, cuts it back, across the 20. Across the 25, I believe.
Ostrowski.
It's not Jason Ostrowski. It's Jalen.
Even Steve knows that.
Jason's his evil twin. Oh, whistles.
Somebody's
So,
moving.
from second and short to second and long.
False start.
Gosh darn it.
Wow. I tell you what, if I was watching a game like this on TV, I'd be flicking to other channels a lot. That's because of all these stinking penalties. Don't do it, though, folks. Don't do it.
Stay here.
Stay with us.
2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6. Bishop swings it out to Ostrowski, who tries to cut back into the middle with the screen pass, and Didn't make much of that one.
It's just a little pitch. That's all it is. It's just a little pitch pass out to the side.
Actually lost a yard or
Yeah,
two.
and he cut back against the grain and got nowhere. And there's an Oregon Panther down on the field.
So we were speculating before the game, Bob, with the temperature in the low 80s, that we might see some cramping. Do you think that's what we're getting out here?
Well, on this one, it's possible.
He doesn't look to be, he's not lying on his back holding his knee or anything.
Officials timeout for an injury.
Well, for people that haven't had a muscle cramp, man, I'm telling you, they're ridiculous. They can hurt so bad.
See if I can get a number on this kid. Number 1.
No, you're not going to get one because he's surrounded by trainers.
Yep. That's from a Marx Brothers movie. Senior Ravelli, what's the first number? The first number is number 1.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Yep.
How often do you hear any Marx Brothers quotes in a game?
Well, none on the NFL, I can tell you that.
Yeah, those guys are stodgy. The no fun league. All right, they get the player up and off the field. We're ready to go here. 4:29 to play on WVMO LP Monona. 98.7 WVMO. I don't know. It's a long, long week, folks. It's so hard. All right. 3rd and 9 for the Silver Eagles from their own 21-yard line. Ostrowski alongside quarterback Bishop. Bishop the fake. Now he's looking to throw. Chase scrambles to his left.
And he's going to go down.
I lost him behind the post.
Yeah, no, he's going to go down. That's the 3rd sack of the game. That's number 53, Logan Ackerman, who made the play. And oh, no way, there's a flag down. Steve.
A flag?
Pinch me. I must be dreaming. There's a flag on the field.
Yeah, it'll probably be declined.
And the call would be what? Oh, false start? Then it's no play. Then it's no play. You can't have a false start and then run the play.
Okay, whatever. 4:16 to play the Silver Eagles. 4th and long or forced to punt. Bishop dropping back.
Well, once again, the drive started out promising, and then all of a sudden, penalties intervened.
Ryan McCorkle, the sophomore, back to return the kick.
A sophomore.
Bishop kicking from his own end zone. Line drive kick. McCorkle taking it at the 48-yard line, running to his left side in MG territory. Across the 40, 35, 30. Near the sidelines. I'm surprised he wasn't pushed out. Now he's finally stopped inside the 25-yard line.
And the official missed a block in the back. That happened right in front of him. I'm very surprised that he did not throw a flag on that.
Outstanding field position for the Panthers.
Nice return.
Yeah, McCorkle had no question that he was going to run that one.
First down, Oregon from the Monona Grove 20.
Down to the 20-yard line, their best field position of the night.
Yeah, about a 30-yard return on that play.
Yeah, he took it about the 47-yard line. Right in front of us, and now he's getting into the territory where it's hard for us to see.
Well, I saw a block in the back by an Oregon Panther on Samaj Narudin, but and I thought the official saw it too, but
evidently not.
In what is unusual for this game, a penalty was not called.
All right, 1st and 10 from the MG 20. A 14-0 MG lead is now threatened. Kissling in motion. Look rolling out. He keeps it himself and dropped.
Yeah. I'm not convinced that was the actual call. I thought maybe they missed the handoff on that one.
Look has carried the ball a couple of times that didn't look to be by design. He did pick up 4 yards on the play, bringing it to 2nd and 6. 3.5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, Look is the shortest guy in their huddle. There's no way he's 6 feet tall. Brings him up to the line. Zudi has been almost a non-factor. I missed who got the handoff there.
I think it was DiMaggio, but we'll know in a second.
22 at the bottom of the pile.
Oh, Don't know that one.
22 is Mason Grender.
Yeah, number 54, Camden Sisler on the tackle. All right, big play for the Monona Grove defense.
Third and three for the Panthers. They've got DiMaggio behind quarterback Look. Look straight back to pass. Throws over the middle, tipped.
That was so close to being picked off.
Tipped by the MG defensive back.
Yeah. I'm trying to see who that was.
Beener getting credit for the tip.
Yeah, Ethan Boehner got the tip inside. That was so close to being intercepted. If he would have come up with that, he might have scored.
Fourth down. Silver Eagle defense hoping to maintain the shutout and keep that 2-touchdown lead. Oregon spreads out the offense a little bit now. Look straight back again, throwing right side. Incomplete and a flag.
No. 24 fell over. I don't know if we can ask for a replay, but there was no interference on that play. I watched that kid. He just fell over, and the ball was overthrown.
Oh, yeah, there was no way he was going to catch that. The referee disagrees, and they will get another opportunity, it appears.
Yeah, Samaj Nurudin is getting the calls on him, and
unwarranted, you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. I'm well, whatever.
Is that going to make it first down? No, we're replaying fourth down. No,
that'll make it first
That's
down.
what I thought. Half the distance, and now they've got a fresh set of downs. Dang it all. Gosh dang it. First and goal at the 7. All right, now's when we get the big turnover and run back. Look calling signals. Handoff to DiMaggio. DiMaggio inside the 5. I don't know if he got much past the 5, though.
Trenton Herber on the tackle.
Tackled by Trenton Herber.
WVMO LP Monona. Thank you for listening.
Second down.
It's 9 o'clock. Second and goal. The ball at the 5. Panthers. Their biggest threat of the night. They're down by 2 scores, so they're going to really need to rally. We'll see if the MG defense can withstand this. Look, hoping to throw again.
Nope.
Way overthrown, incomplete.
Well, he did a nice job of throwing it to where Monona Grove could not come up with it, but missed his receiver as well.
That brings up third and goal from the 5.
Well, they'll have 2 downs to score here. There's no way they're going to kick a field goal. There's a minute 37 to go here in the third quarter, and this is by far their deepest penetration into Monona Grove territory.
And I'm not sure why they keep trying to pass the ball. They've got a pretty good running attack that's been stymied, but I don't know, there's so much more they could be doing with it, I think.
I agree, and they have speed. I mean, this Kissling kid is very fast, and Zudi has barely touched the ball tonight. These are kids that need to be utilized, but they need to be utilized outside.
Look, hoping to throw again.
And it's a touchdown.
To Zudi.
Yeah. Came out of the backfield, ran a little out pattern. Wide open for the touchdown.
With a minute 31 left in the third quarter, Oregon has cut into the MG lead. Now Hoffley will come on to attempt the extra point.
Point after attempt by Jack Hoffel.
Hoffel.
That's just Hoffel.
He's a Hoffel kicker. Actually, he's a pretty decent kicker,
Really?
as it appears to have made that one.
Yeah, I hit the ball without too much trouble there.
Is good.
Into the wind, and it's a 14-7 MG lead.
All right.
Remaining in the third quarter.
Well, let's see if Monona can get their act together offensively and put together another long drive, knock some time off the clock, and put one in the end zone.
Yeah, regain that 2-touchdown lead. It's been a long time since they had the ball, it seems.
This is a lot closer game than it should be.
Yeah, we anticipated a tougher game than the first 2, but I think MG hurt themselves a lot in that first half. And now in the second half, it's continuing with the penalties.
Yep.
Although we got to give them credit that pass interference you felt was pretty uncalled for.
I did, but I don't get the final say on that.
No, it's funny. Could you
Yeah.
phone a friend?
So Monona Grove has scored on the opening drive of the game and then on the opening drive of the second half and have done precious little in between.
No, they've done plenty. It's
Yeah.
just all called for yellow flags.
Yeah, there's alleged action going on.
All right.
Between the two teams, there's been 21 penalties
Wow.
accepted tonight.
All right.
For Monona Grove, Jalen Ostrowski.
Ostrowski and Reuter back for the Silver Eagles.
Well, if I'm Monona and I'm running my kickoff return, I run it left here. The kids on the left side of the kickoff team here are not the biggest kids.
All right.
You could move them.
So they go back to Reuter near the 10, 15, 20, 25. Across the 30, spinning and on his feet across the 35-yard line.
You
Or
got
near
hit.
the 35.
He got hit hard by Ben Adams, number 10, at about the 20-yard line. He was able to shake that baby off and get it across the 30.
Clayton Haggerty.
Nice return by Reuter.
20 yards.
All right, MG needs to do something on offense. Somehow they need to come away with points. They need to make this a two-score game.
The ball spotted at the 31-yard line where the Silver Eagles take over 1st and 10. Waning moments of the third quarter and a one-touchdown lead. Benson with nobody in the backfield. A little swing pass to Ostrowski. Cuts back towards the middle and gains about 4, maybe 5 yards.
There's a flag down, Steve.
Of course there is. Yeah, they split out Ostrowski behind 2 wideouts on the left side.
So I'm not sure what the call is. They threw it as soon as the ball was snapped. I don't know. Hopefully that means the defense was lined up in the neutral zone or something, but let's see what the call is. No, it's another false start, but for some reason they're, I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. It's just getting maddening.
False starts at every other level of football. The play is whistled dead.
Yeah, well,
Monona Grove, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
all right, repeat first down after the 5-yard penalty. Bishop with Ostrowski next to him. To give us to Jalen, right side, through the line, little running room.
Wow,
Gained back that penalty plus a few more.
he got hit hard. Number 7, Carson Smedley.
Bring the hammer, Carson
Yeah,
Smedley.
They put that little black taxi right on him, and whoo-wee.
11-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 4.
Play, second down.
Bishop this time. We'll give it to Ostrowski again. Same play as before, off the right side.
And a first down.
And a first down out
Gotta
across
like.
the 45-yard line.
Me likey.
42 seconds remaining in the third quarter, a 14-7 MG lead. Looking to go 3-0 on this young season
7 on the play.
and take their undefeated record up against the Edgewood Crusaders. Gives to Ostrowski again, and Ostrowski
Ankle
out
tackle.
to the 50-yard line. 5-yard gain.
Ostrowski.
Looked like he was just about to switch into his second gear, and somebody got a hand around his ankle and brought him down.
Second down.
MG up to the line in a hurry. 2nd and 5. The ball just shy of the 50-yard line. Bishop, throw it quick to the right side.
Nice little ball control pass there. Got another first down.
Who caught that one, Bob?
I'm trying to figure it out. Probably Hep. Oh,
Erickson.
no. Tackle by Carter Erickson. I think it might have been Hep. I don't see him on this side of the line.
8 on the play.
Gain of 8 on the play and a first down for the Silver Eagles. Down to the 42-yard line. And a timeout called by the Silver Eagles. No, a timeout called.
No timeout called. This is an official timeout. It's the end of the third quarter.
Ooh, 14-7. Silver Eagles putting together another drive here. I don't know, Bob. These penalties tonight are just killing us. Killing us.
Well, it's not just Monona Grove. I mean, Oregon's having them called too, and
Well, that's true.
It stopped a couple of their drives as well. it's been a long time since I've seen this many penalties called in a game. I'm up at 22 combined penalties here.
Wow.
That's a lot. 13 of them on Monona Grove. I would say at least half, if not more than half, have been holding calls on Monona. There's been a couple of pass interference calls, an illegal block in the back, a couple of false starts.
And once again, before the game's done, I want to say thanks to Lindsey Wood Davis for all he's done for Monona Radio. Went from nothing to an award-winning program now. They've won 11 state awards, 11 more than any other low-powered FM station has ever won.
Yeah, it's really coming around. It's a lot of fun to listen to. You can hear all sorts of different kind of music.
And Bob, you've talked about a show.
Yeah, I'm trying to put together my proposal right now in a few playlists. We'll probably see that go to the board in October sometime. So we'll see.
All right.
Never done a radio show. Could be kind of fun.
Silver Eagles 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. A fresh 12 minutes on the clock and a 14-7 lead. Now we'll see which team's got the depth to keep some energy going here in the fourth quarter. Ostrowski going out the left side has the corner. Out of bounds near the first down.
Doesn't matter. It's coming back.
We got another flag. Why not?
That thrown almost right at the snap. I thought I saw somebody move. I was hoping it was on the defensive side of the ball, but I think it'll probably go against Monona. So it really doesn't matter.
Man. This is like the opposite of our dream game with the 35-point running clock.
You know, with all these flags, it could be 10:30 by the time the game's over. And what's this call?
Illegal motion. Well, maybe it was the locomotion.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see little Eva out there. What number is she?
Number 1. All right, let's try this again. 1st and 15. Ball out to the 47 of Oregon. Bishop calling for the snap. He'll give it to Ostrowski coming this side.
Ooh,
trying to find the corner.
Yeah, he's got nowhere to go there.
No, he got back to the line of scrimmage, but not. I don't know if he got much more than a yard or two.
Yeah, he gave a little stutter step there to try to get around the end, but he was just not quite fast enough.
Yeah, 2nd and 12. He got a couple yards on it. Ball inside at the 44-yard line. Bishop looking downfield to pass. Dancing, now going straight over the middle. He's got a man open.
He's got Hep.
Hep
makes the catch.
Hep makes the catch and carries a couple defenders inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Hep just out-muscled the defender on that one. He had beaten his man, but another defender. Oh, and a flag is down.
No. Steve. Come on now.
It doesn't matter. So Sam Hep, that was about a 40-yard gain. It's not going to matter. Going to come back, and it's going to be a holding call, and they're going to mark it off from the 45-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and a pile.
Jeez.
This is unbelievable how many holding calls. I wonder if they understand what holding is.
Well, it's the old days, Bob, where you're supposed to grab your own jersey.
I'm telling you, in the old days, nobody got called for holding because you had to have your hands in on your chest.
Right now, isn't it if your hands get outside your elbows?
I'm not even sure what that rule is anymore, but I mean, if you're going to let them use their hands, they got to be able to spread them out a little bit.
All right, it's 1st and about 23, the ball, or 2nd and 23, the ball back at the MG 45-yard line. A little reverse to Reuter here. Reuter gets a couple yards, maybe 3 yards. It dives close to the 50. It's going to bring up 3rd and at least 20, I'm guessing. Yeah, he's going to be a little short of the 50-yard line. 10:40 to play in the game and a 14-7 MG lead. No flag on that play, though.
That's because it only gained 3 yards. They saved those for the plays that gain over 10.
Look at how deep the defensive backs are playing now.
They should.
Bishop looking to throw again. A little screen pass over the middle, incomplete. Bishop hasn't thrown too many incomplete passes, has he?
He's 10 for 19.
Ooh. All right, he's had better nights, and now the punting squad has to come out on 4th down. Let's hope Jordan can get a decent kickoff into this wind and pin Oregon back.
Bishop back to punt for Monona Grove. Deep for Oregon, Ryan McCorkle.
Ryan McCorkle back to return for the Panthers. Bishop's kick.
Wow.
Not a great kick, kind of wobbly.
Very short and going backwards.
Yeah, wrong direction for a bounce, but MGO down at about the 35-yard line.
About a 20-yard punt. Well, Monona Grove letting Oregon hang around. Oregon only down by a single score. So the defense is going to have to start coming up big here. They need a turnover.
Yeah, we're in the position now where somebody slips and doesn't make a tackle, and Oregon can tie this game up.
Well, you know, and Oregon's quarterback has shown that he's not the most accurate passer. This is a situation for MG could possibly get a pick.
MG playing tight to the line.
It's DiMaggio.
Look on the keeper. Nope, DiMaggio again, and he might have lost a yard even. The defensive line has been outstanding tonight. That front seven hasn't allowed anything.
Yeah, they've been a solid wall, the 7 blocks of granite, so to speak. That's for sure. No gain on the play by DiMaggio.
2nd and 10, the ball on the 35-yard line. .9:45 to play in this one. Silver Eagles still up 14-7. Scored on their first possession of the first half and their first possession of the second half, and nothing in between. In between, there's been nothing but yellow flags, it seems like. Zudi in motion. They pitch it out to him. A rare carry for Zudi.
It's a nice play. I'm surprised they haven't used it more often. He's very fast. They can get that. They fake to DiMaggio up the middle, and that bunches up the defense, and they get that flip out to Zudi, and he can run quickly for a first down.
Yeah, picks up 8 yards on that play, bringing up 3rd and 2.
I only have him for 4 carries tonight, and he had 30 carries coming into this game.
Maybe they're saving him for when MG's getting tired of chasing DiMaggio. 3rd down. Hand off to DiMaggio, and he's hit for a loss.
Nowhere. Once again, the defensive line showing the penetration. Also, Trent Herber in there. But it is 4th down. Let's see what they do. 4th and short, but it's on their side of the field with lots of time left. And
Looks like Coach Kissling might be going for it.
No, I think they're running out their punt team.
Now they're switching, yep.
Yeah.
There was some hesitation there that made me wonder.
They're only down for just down the 1 score, and I think this is smart to be conservative with this.
Especially when you've got a kicker like Kluss, who's pretty good at getting
They could also fake it here. You know, snap it to the up man. The up man happens to be Dylan DiMaggio.
Well, the Silver Eagles have nobody back deep. Kluss. Nice high kick. This is going to get a good roll, too. Yeah,
Get
look
into
at
the
this.
end zone.
See if they can get down there in time.
Into the end zone. Thank you. 56-yard
That's the
punt.
best
Very
scenario
nice.
for the Silver Eagles.
That worked out as well as it could.
A heck of a punt, but no return, and the Silver Eagles get the ball 1st and 10 on their 20. So, 8 minutes and 4 seconds left. How about like an 8-minute drive here, Bob?
How about just a drive? Any sort of score would be good. It could be a 1-play drive as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's true. He'd take it. Jalen Ostrowski back out on the field. He and Boehner have split time in the second half, and I got to say, Boehner has looked pretty tough.
Well, they both look good so far, but Monona, I think, needs to commit to their running game, and they're not doing it.
No, I would agree with you.
The running game's been much more effective than the passing game.
There's the give to Ostrowski going right side.
Get a block.
5-10.
Get a block.
Across the 30. Runs into his own man and brought down over the 30-yard line.
You got to get a stronger block out of the wide receiver there. I mean, Ostrowski made the corner. If he gets a good block from the wideout, he could turn that short gain into a much longer gain. Yeah, maybe a touchdown. He had the corner. He needed a block.
Out to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. High snap. Pulled down by Bishop. Ostrowski again off tackle. Cuts it into the middle across the 35-yard line out to the 36. 3-yard pickup, break up 2nd and 7.
It was a tough 3 yards. Started with the high snap. Timing was just a little bit off. Got the ball to Ostrowski, and unfortunately the Oregon defense collapsed on him pretty quickly.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down.
2nd down. Bishop, throw it out to the left side quick.
Spalding.
Spalding with the catch. He appears to have enough for the first down out to the 48-yard line.
Just a quick play action slant to Peyton Spalding and enough for the first down.
I pivoted my head with the binoculars and got the window frame. And,
That's why there's 2 of us up here, Steve.
I thought there was 2 of us because one of us would get lonely, like having cats. Ostrowski again right up the middle, showing some speed across the 50 and a good push down near the 45-yard line.
I actually think that's Ethan Boehner.
Oh, you're right, it is.
And
And there's those couple
personal
late
foul
flags.
penalty on Oregon at the end of that play. Somebody threw Dante McConley to the ground after the whistle. That was Ethan Boehner on the carry. There'll be a personal foul, and they should just add that on to the end of the run, which was about 5 yards for Ethan Boehner.
That's an additional 15 yards to put it down near the 30-yard line.
There's a penalty that actually helps Monona.
Yeah.
First one tonight.
Personal foul on Oregon. 15-yard penalty after the play.
Down to the 31-yard line of Oregon. This could be one of the turning points of the game. Of course it would be a penalty.
That was Ethan Boehner
That
on
was
the carry.
Boehner again. He got across the 30-yard line down to the 28.
Just a short gain.
That's all you need.
Ethan Boehner.
Just a couple yards on the play for Boehner.
Yep, 2nd and 8.
Boehner closing in on 100 yards. Ostrowski closing in on 200 yards.
A lot of rushing yards tonight, that's for sure.
That's been the effective part of their game.
Bishop?
Oh, they moved.
Yeah. All sorts of guys moving that time.
Oh, my.
Another flag in the play.
I wonder what the record is for penalties in a game for Monona Grove, because that's number 16.
Well, Bob, you were putting together some records. Haven't you tracked those sort of
I didn't
things?
look at the penalties.
All right, Boehner will come out and Ostrowski will come back in. 2nd and 15, the ball at the 34-yard line. They split Ostrowski out to the right side. Now they change the play. Bishop throwing right side.
Got him.
Complete to Reuter. Reuter getting down. I see a flag come in.
I didn't see a
Okay.
flag, but boy, they sure took their time whistling that one dead.
Yeah, Reuter close to the 20-yard line. Let's see what kind of a spot we get. Yep.
First down, Monona Grove.
The ball to the 20, 1st and 10 MG. 9:35 to play in the game and a 1-touchdown lead for our Silver Eagles. Bishop with Ostrowski next to him. The give is to Jalen. Jalen cuts it through the middle.
Jalen Ostrowski.
Yeah, Jalen Ostrowski looked like a little bit of a trap play there that opened up things up for him. He initially started right and then cut back left.
6-yard pickup for Jalen. 2nd and 4 for the Silver Eagles.
2nd down.
Yeah, you don't see Monona Grove going back into the huddle very often, but they did on this play.
Bishop pulls it down, gives it back to Ostrowski.
Nice block.
He's down inside the 5. This should be 1st and goal for the Silver Eagles.
I got to tell you, that side of the line is really opening up some holes. Number 70, Christian Schlicht in there. He's a 5'11 sophomore.
4:42 to play.
There's Michael Williams-Davis on the sideline with a shoulder injury.
Let's hope he's all right. He's one of the keys. Now we got a timeout on the field.
Timeout. Oregon.
1st and goal for the Silver Eagles from the Oregon 5-yard line. Monona Grove, with 4:36 left in the game, could get an insurance touchdown here.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it insurance yet, but yeah, with this much time left in the game, it's a big possible score here.
Next week, taking on the Edgewood Crusaders. Edgewood, who will move to a new conference probably next year.
I think it's a couple years, isn't it? 2020 when they're
Yeah,
realigning?
yeah, you're right. We'll get the Janesville schools and lose Monroe and Edgewood, at least in football.
Edgewood actually just wants to make it football only. They want to stay in the Badger South for all the other sports. It's just that football, they just don't have the numbers to compete. I could see Edgewood actually becoming a co-op program at some point. With whom, I don't know.
Abundant Life.
Yeah.
They had to give up their,
Right.
their 8-man team this year.
Yeah, they could.
Abundant Life was already co-op with St. Ambrose.
Although Abundant Life, yeah, that's true.
And Country Day School.
Yeah, their football program's a little undermanned as well. Maybe Eagle School. No, that's right. They don't go to high school.
All right, we trot them back out on the field. First and goal from the 5 for the Silver Eagles.
Ostrowski in the backfield with them.
Yes, it is.
Yep. And Monona's calling a timeout. So the coach, I think that's Coach Travis Rohrer out there. He is unhappy with the way they lined up. He is really barking at him right now.
I would listen to the man. He knows offensive football.
Yeah, very unhappy. All right. A couple of big plays coming up for Monona Grove here. Hopefully the first one's the biggest. They're going to get it into the end zone.
Let's punch this in and lock this baby down. We knew this was going to be a tough game, and Monona Grove is making it tougher than it needs to be. 4:36 to play, 14-7 MG lead.
This is a new team this year, Steve. We got a little spoiled the last couple of years watching what was a very high-powered offense just run like a machine. And with a lot of new kids out there, a lot of new faces playing these same skill positions, trying to learn this offense and trying to learn that kind of timing. This is a new team. It's going to take them a while to grow into this.
Here we go. Ostrowski, left side, has some running room. Can he turn it back in?
Did he
Close
get it
to
in?
the pylon. They're gonna
say he's a little short.
They're gonna say just short.
Yeah. So Jalen got that play. He was strung out on the outside there, and he finally just lowered his head and tried to go right over the top of the defender. Couldn't quite do it.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Second and goal from the 1. This is where you bring in Ryan Schwinn to run the touchdown in. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Darren's littler, bigger brother.
That's a touchdown.
Ostrowski from the 1.
1-yard touchdown run was brought to you by Jalen.
So with 3:53 left in the game, the Silver Eagles with the 2-touchdown lead. Jalen Ostrowski, his second touchdown run of the night.
And what we saw there was a commitment to the running play. They threw, I believe, 1 pass during that whole drive. So that worked out just fine. The running game has been terrific for Monona tonight. The only time it hasn't worked is when it's been called back.
Right.
By penalty.
Tomchuk attempting the extra point.
Looks good.
And a 21-7 lead.
You wish. Well, that makes me feel a little better with less than 4 minutes to go. Monona up by 2 touchdowns. That's gonna force Oregon to throw the ball. Not that their running game has been overly successful tonight, but it's been better than their passing game.
Their passing game has been exceptionally bad tonight.
4 for 13, Nolan Look, but he has a touchdown pass along with 1 pick, and he's thrown for 33 yards.
Yikes. On 13 attempts, one of the good measures of passing efficiency is yards per attempt. And MG typically averages around 13 this season. And so they've got 13 attempts for 33 yards. That's not even 3 yards an attempt.
No.
They're better off trying to run it like they have been.
Monona's defense has been very stalwart tonight.
All right. Oliver Houston ready to kick it, the big O. That's it. He's got to switch to 0 instead of 99.
Oh, I do like that idea. Yeah, that makes sense.
Zudi, and I believe that's Johnson again.
Or he could just use his initials on his jersey. Oh.
And now a flag on the kickoff, of course. Somebody probably offsides. Why not? Or holding.
Holding on the kick. So, yeah, clearly somebody was offside. They threw that flag right away. Usually,
a false start. I've never heard a false start on kicking.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, usually on an offside call, they'll just let the play run out, and then make the call afterwards, and then the receiving team can decide whether they want to re-kick or take the ball where they got it. But so this was some sort of illegal procedure call. I don't know, on a kickoff, but whatever.
I'll give Oliver another chance to watch him get a better kick this time. Hey, oh, let's go. Line drive kick. Johnson will take it inside the 15-yard line.
Got a hold.
Little running room. Oh, nice tackle.
Yeah.
He got wrapped up like a Christmas present.
Yeah. Is that T. Santiago on that tackle?
I'm not sure, but
Noah Campui gets the tackle.
Campui, that was a great tackle because that guy had some running room, and as you were saying it, he got wrapped up and brought down.
Yeah, he had a lane to the left here as he's coming toward the press box, and thankfully, Noah Campui with the tackle.
26-yard line for the Panthers, 3:47 to go.
There's a purple star on that football.
Ooh.
Must be Oregon's.
Property of D. Kissling.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Look can do.
Netherwood Avenue. All right.
DiMaggio?
I think so, and he went nowhere.
Yeah, he might have got 2 or 3 yards on that. But
Ryan Highness on the tackle.
That was Zudi with the carry. Ethan Beener having a great game tonight on both sides of the ball.
That was Zudi for the yard.
So they said now they're running guys in and out. Who knows what they're doing. 3:22 to play.
Well, they need to put the ball in the air if they're going to get back in this game. Oh, that Stinson just missed on the sack. This is Boehner running him down, though, and a long pass, well overthrown. Sorry, Steve.
That's fine.
On your play-by-play.
You're doing fine.
Yeah, I'm all over Steve's play-by-play on that one. Sorry, folks.
That's all right. You jumped on it. You're excited about Isaac Stinson.
I'm sorry, that wasn't Stinson. It was Gronsky in on that.
Even more exciting then.
I got so excited I was confusing Gronsky with Zach Stinson.
3rd and 11. Yeah, Zach Stinson was a heck of a defensive end.
Sorry, that was Sam Gronsky who had the penetration there, just barely missed the sack.
3rd and 11 from the 25-yard line. Look in a deep hole here with 3:10 to play. They sorely need a first down. Look straight back. Throws.
It was wide open.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I could have completed that pass. Looking for Hoffley over the middle. He had 3 steps on his defender.
Well, the fact that you think you could have completed that pass, I don't know, Steve. It's the medications, obviously. But
they give me confidence.
The fact of the matter is that Hoffley was wide open, and if he would have thrown that ball on time, that would have been a touchdown.
Yep. Hoffley had enough steps on the defender. He was wide open. Okay, maybe I wouldn't have completed it, but a starting high school quarterback should have completed that pass.
It's hard to say.
Now 4th and 11.
A lot of hands in your face sometimes.
Look, getting chased out of the pocket, going to the right side, throwing deep. This could get picked.
Oh, if he throws a
There's
flag.
a flag.
Yep, you knew that was coming.
There's another flag.
You knew that was coming.
Oh, for cry.
Yep. You knew it. Well, fortunately, it's a 15-yard penalty, so they shouldn't get the ball at the 40 where the flag is.
True, it will be enough for the first down, and we're less than 3 minutes to play.
Pass is incomplete, but flags on the play.
Yeah.
Flags. Not enough for just one anymore. They got to double up on us.
Guys are going to have to actually wash their penalty flags because there's going to be so many grass stains on them.
Usually a good penalty flag will last you all season long.
Yeah, they're going to have to wash them.
Oh, they march it out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 2:56 to play and a 21-7 MG lead here at John Clement Athletic Complex. Look straight back again. Throwing right side. Overthrown. Second down.
Good defense by the corner over there.
Yeah, he had him step for step,
Yep.
didn't he?
Yep. He didn't have a chance of completing that ball. I think that was Isaac Stinson over there.
Yes, it was.
Isaac Stinson defending on the play.
Nolan Look 4 for 16 on the night now, 33 yards.
A rather Turlington-like night.
Actually, his name's Turkington, and we shouldn't say stuff
I
like
was
that.
speaking to
Steve.
somebody else. All right, look back and almost fell down. Now there's a flag in the backfield. This will be on the
Are
offense.
you talking about Christy Turlington, maybe?
Yes.
The supermodel?
She's got no arm. She's
Yeah,
not very
really-
mobile.
She's got no range at all. Yeah, but she's tall. She can see over the line.
Yeah, but she doesn't. She locks in on a receiver and doesn't look anybody off.
No, you're right about that. She doesn't have much natural skill at the position.
And her hands. Don't get me started.
Well, she's worried about them. She worries about her hands. You know,
All right.
that's her bread and butter.
5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 15. 2:48 to play. Time running out for the Panthers. Forced into passing. Not their strong suit, that's for sure. Screen pass this time to Zudi. Down the right sidelines and forced out of bounds short of the first down. Oh, DiMaggio catching that
That
one.
worked pretty well the last time they used it, too. They completed it to DiMaggio for 21, and this time
They
they're
got
going
about what?
this time they're
12?
going to get about 13 yards out of it,
13?
so it's not a bad play, obviously.
3rd and 2 out
But
near the
it does use
4.
clock, so they're going to have to get it moving.
Throwing over the middle and well overthrown once again. And a flag, what?
Now, what they should call in this is offensive pass interference, because both the defenders were knocked off by an offensive receiver.
And the flag on the play.
Even the PA announcers getting
No,
tired
they're
of
calling
the
it
flags.
against Monona.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Son,
Yep.
Monona Grove.
Both defenders knocked down by an offensive pass receiver, and somehow the interference call was on Monona.
And it was an uncatchable pass. I mean, it was 5 yards over his head.
Wow. The officials, the best officiated game is one where you don't notice the officials at all, and they certainly have insinuated themselves into this one.
2:20 to play, down to the MG 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Look straight back again, throwing left side this time. Overthrown.
No, don't reach for that flag.
It looked like he was going for it. The back judge had his hand
Yeah.
back there, but
So Peyton-
there was no way that ball was going to get
So
caught.
Peyton Spalding on the defense there. They've run him back out, an all-conference cornerback last year.
Nolan looks pass intended
Man.
for Carter Erickson, incomplete.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers. The ball at the 37-yard line of Monona Grove.
So the two leading receivers for Oregon have not caught a pass tonight, Hoffley and Erickson.
They completed one to somebody that wasn't a running back?
No.
Okay. Well, look, dropping back for another opportunity. Pressure now, chased out of the pocket, rolling to his left. Now he's got to
Boehner.
tuck it in and run.
Boehner's got
Boehner
him.
brought him down. A short pickup. He got up maybe 3-4 yards,
Wow.
but Boehner brought him down hard, too.
And they've got Jalen Ostrowski out there as well on defense. So pulling out the stops to protect this lead.
Minute 50, and the clock is running.
Look, drop the snap.
Now he's got to get rid of it.
He's
in
got a
hurry.
wide open receiver.
Oh, and he throws over
Oh,
his head again.
my.
Where's the flag?
He had a wide open receiver there. That's a couple on this series alone where he's missed wide open
That
looks.
brings up 4th and 5 for the Panthers. This is their last hurrah. If they can't convert this one.
Yeah, it might be anyway. 1:42 left in the game.
Yeah, they've not only got to score soon, they've got to get the ball back quickly.
Right, and they haven't shown any sort of home run capability in their passing game at all.
No, they really haven't gone far downfield much, have they?
Nolan Look has been erratic to say the least with his throws. Not very accurate.
They'll do it again. Throw it right side. Hey, they completed a
Yes,
pass.
they did, and it's a first down, so they keep it going.
The clock stops with 1:36 left.
Stinson on the coverage, but a nice pass there by Nolan Look.
Carter Erickson with the catch, the first catch by a wide receiver.
First down, Oregon.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Look back again.
Oh, there's a hold.
Going over the middle. Another man wide open, and they overthrow him.
Yeah, no call on the hold there, which was pretty obvious. It was on Sam Gronsky rushing the quarterback, was grabbed and turned by Adam Yates, number 72.
Clock continues to run. Nope, incomplete pass stopped it at a minute 26.
Defending on the play.
2nd and 10, the ball at the 24-yard line.
Good coverage by Samaj Nurudin on that one. He was step for step with his receiver. He's got a pick tonight.
I'm sensing another one coming. Look back again. Left side, way overthrown again. Well, he doesn't throw the ball on a line. He kind of loops it up and hopes the guy can run under it.
I think that's what they're hoping for there. And Nurudin is all over his wide receivers. I mean, he's just not giving them anything. And if he tries to throw it with some zing on it, Nurudin's in a position to either knock it down or take it away completely.
All right, minute 22 left. 21-7 MG clinging to the 2-touchdown lead.
And let's say that Nurudin is one-on-one with the receivers that he's covering here in this situation. And once again, he is as well here. So look for them to be throwing this direction.
It is the wide side of the field. They throw it instead over the middle.
No.
Well overthrown again.
Wow. It's not even close. And
how does he do that play after play?
And in this situation, he has to at least, you're almost required to throw it into traffic and hope for the best. But
you got to take a chance, right?
His receivers are well covered, so he's got that working against him. But at the same time, his receivers don't have a chance to catch those passes.
Right. 4th and 10. Minute 16 left. This is the game right here, Bob.
He's going to have to force something in. If nothing's open, he's going to have to force it.
Nope. He overthrows it. Silver Eagles take over with a minute 12.
Yeah, just
and that'll do it.
Little short slant by number 22, Grender. Ball well overthrown. And Oregon has really suffered from the lack of a passing game tonight.
Yeah. Well, they haven't had a running game either. I mean, the two should offset each other, but they haven't been able to mount much offense at all.
No, you're right. But when they needed a passing game, they couldn't get one.
No, that drive was pretty anemic. They got their yards on penalties.
All right, well, a good win for Monona. They didn't play their best football tonight, but they still came away with a victory.
Couple timeouts left for Oregon. We'll see if they bother using them. Bishop will give it to Ostrowski. Jalen trying to get the right corner here.
He's going to go out of bounds and stop the clock, which is probably not the best idea, but a nice run by Ostrowski. I've got Ostrowski for over 200 yards tonight, Steve.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He's really had a fine game rushing the ball, and that's not counting the 30 or 40 yards that he's run that have been called back on penalty.
I got him for 27 carries, too. Ethan Boehner's carried the ball 15 times.
Really?
Yeah, so they've run the ball. They have committed to the running game, but it took them, about 2.5 quarters to do it.
Here's Ostrowski again.
Another hold.
And a flag.
Why would you even bother at this point in the game?
They're just running out the clock, guys. Let the kids play. Well, this is how they learn, Bob.
Oh, my. Yeah. I cannot believe there's that much holding going on in the line. I just can't believe it.
No,
especially at this point in the game. We got Max Hanks, who's a veteran. You have Nathan Wilcox, another veteran of the offensive line. I mean, these guys aren't just grabbing on shirts and things like that. There's just no way.
First down.
Oh, repeating first down. 1st and 17, 18. 59 seconds left. That's the important figure. Oregon not even bothering to call timeouts. Give it to Ostrowski again. Jalen going left side this time. Trying to turn it up.
Oh, he just ran over the tackler. He just ran right over the top of him. Put a
6-yard pickup for Jalen.
He just knocked him on his back.
And
nice.
The clock stays ticking.
Yeah, there's no reason for Oregon to stop the clock here.
About a 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 10 now after the penalty.
Nono Grove will go to the huddle, which they should. They use as much time as they can.
Yep, we're down to 30 seconds.
I think they only have to run one more play, and he could just take a knee.
So with Oregon down, Edgewood coming up next, the Silver Eagles hoping to push their record to 4-0 next week.
So Bishop should just take a knee here. But he'll hand it off.
Jalen up the middle. Across the 40. Boy, near the 45. Somebody got a great block on that 32
Yeah,
there.
a little too much, I think. That was Nathan Wilcox, but there was no reason really to call a running play there. I'm actually surprised that the coaching staff didn't just tell him to take a knee and run out the
All
clock.
right, well, the Silver Eagles victorious. Their third win of the season, 21-7 over the Oregon Panthers. A challenge only because the Silver Eagles and the referees made it so. I think MG was the far better team tonight, but the penalties made it a challenge to get through this game.
It made a challenge for everybody, including us folks up here in the booth. This has been a long football game. A quick look at the number of penalties here. I have Monona with 19 accepted penalties tonight,
goodness.
and Oregon with 11. 30 penalties tonight that were accepted.
I can't ever remember a game with 30 penalties, Bob, in all of our years.
It makes two of us, and
Wow.
I have a hard time believing there was that many instances of wrongdoing out there.
Instances of wrongdoing. I like that. You sound like they're criminals or something. Well, thank you so much for listening to our babbling. I'm Steve Martinelli with Bob Schmuck. Again, the Silver Eagles defeating the Oregon Panthers behind a big night again from Jalen Ostrowski. Jalen with 2 touchdowns, 200 yards plus rushing. The Silver Eagles go to 3-0 and go on to play Edgewood next week somewhere, sometime. Watch the local listings for announcements, and we'll probably put it on the WVMO Facebook page. Thanks again. This is WVMO Monona, 98.7, just a little bit above normal.
This broadcast is brought to you by Hometown News Group and the Herald Independent, a production of Monona Community Media, a partnership between the Monona Grove School District and the City of Monona. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by going on to youtube.com, searching Monona Community Media, selecting our channel, and clicking subscribe. And listen to us on the radio at 98.7 WVMO, the voice of Monona. Online at mymonona.com.